And here we are. I hope this was planned, but I feel like it wasn't.
It absolutely was not.
Not a
How
plan.
in the world did both of you end up wearing Gravity Falls hats?
That's hysterical.
It's like the only good hat I have.
I just picked a different hat.
Big mistake, Jake. Big mistake.
Oh, that's great, though.
No joke. Alex and
Big
I
mistake, Jake.
were in the kitchen discussing what the over-under was if somebody was going to wear a hat this time around. And we thought for sure if it was anybody, it was going to be Abe, not you, Caleb.
Well, here
I was like, Caleb's not going to participate in hat wearing. That's Caleb.
What does that mean? Whoa.
That's so good. That's so good. Oh, how's everybody doing?
Good.
Good? Good. Wonderful. Excellent. Welcome back to the Technical Cast, where we break things, pause, fix them. Looking forward to some more of that. That'll be fun. Let's summarize what we had last week. Real quick here. So, the crew of the Indefatigable. Boy, I haven't said that name in like 2 or 3 episodes, so that's fun. The crew of the Indefatigable takes on several additional missions. Some more successful than others. You go with Gariah Lee to the Moisture Collector. You find a summoned water elemental, where after Twick just hit just a tiny bit, Gariah is able to convince it to allow Non-Aslanti to fetch some water. I think he only took like a couple points of damage there, right?
Oh, yeah, only like 11.
Tiny.
Only like all of my stamina and all but 3 of my hit points. That's
tiny amount. Tiny amount.
Small amount.
Yeah, tiny amount.
You know. Hey, that's not even all my stamina now, so.
Oh,
whatever.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, when you meet like a whole bunch of enemies shortly and I kill you, at least you had more stamina.
Exactly.
I have healing now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Upon returning to the junk shop, Aibretta ran out screaming that Jellik had been caught doing some idiotic things, that you guys needed to rescue him, which you did from some slightly stronger guards. You weren't able to actually kill one of them, but as they were running away, the colonists took out their aggression with a bunch of man-made clubs. If you remember, there was a little bit of a violent interaction there.
Just a little bit?
Yeah.
But, you know.
Seemed pretty brutal.
There's something. Let's see. Also, oh, by the way, have we checked? We have audio, don't we? Just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. That's good. Also, you headed to the storage room where you accidentally shot an Aslanti-clad Rendell Tace. You remember that?
His fault.
Why? I mean, he had his back turned. He was just
fault.
cleaning a gun. You had to shoot something at him.
I thought it was very
Surprise,
suspicious that Aaron let me get away so easily. Without being making noise or being seen.
It wasn't roll initiative or roll
Yeah. Who knows? So you shot Rendell. You were able to get him out of there. You also heard some gibberish over the radio, which you didn't understand. They repeated it multiple times. You weren't able to necessarily respond. On your way back, you were ambushed by 2 security drones that came down from the sky, which I think you were pretty easily able to take down. I don't really feel like there was a lot of difficulty there.
I mean, pretty okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
As long as Ko pulled out a gun and didn't try to use his solar weapon, you guys are good.
Yeah.
That's help a lot.
Yeah. I also wrote, Ko learned that he is better with his gun than his solar weapon. Twict saved Jellik, Luna has some new bird sounds, and Lisk killed things again.
Yeah, that was
Also-
because I crit back-to-back with my pistol once I pulled it out.
Yeah.
You did.
Stupid.
What the heck?
You did. If you just explode and shoot things, you'll be fine. But the moment you try to start swinging a sword, I feel like it gets problematic. Yeah. Also, most importantly, you guys leveled up.
We did.
Yay.
We leveled up off screen.
Off screen, yes.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd start the session with just talking through what happens at each of your character levels. Just give us a little bit of an overview. You don't have to go super in depth if you don't want to, but just maybe give me an idea of what's going on with your character, what they're getting, how they're going to be more successful in combat or less successful in combat. You know. And let's just start. Who wants to start? Abe, you want to start?
I can start. It's pretty easy. Well, probably none of these levels are going to be groundbreaking for any of us, but you get HP, stamina points, skill points, all the obvious stuff. Because I'm a Sproxa, I actually get 2 languages for my culture skill point, which was nice.
Nice.
So I do have Aslanti now.
Oh, very convenient.
smart.
And then I grabbed Castrovellian because I want to be able to talk to Sashimi, just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
And then in terms of envoy stuff, I just get I get another improvisation. So I took Inspiring Boost, which is a heal. So it lets me spend a standard action to mitigate any damage that was done the previous round, basically.
Nice. Ko's
So I
gonna
can
like
restore. Yeah, I can restore stamina points. I think 7 right now.
Nice.
Because it's
That's
twice
pretty good.
your level plus your charisma modifier. So yeah, 7. So not bad.
that. Nice. Ko, how about you? What happened with Ko?
Sure. Well, I put a couple skill points into things that had nothing before, just to even out some things. So now I can actually perceive things sometimes.
Nice.
Maybe. I got at least a point in that to bring me up to 3 instead of -1. I put one in mysticism just because.
I should also mention I did put one in mysticism, so now I can actually roll mysticism.
Bless you guys.
The main thing that's different with me is I get a new stellar revelation this level.
Oh yeah.
So
Tell us about it.
I picked up Stellar Rush, which essentially lets you charge as a standard action, and not take any of the penalties associated with charging. So it frees up my move action to be used with other things, which I don't really have anything to use it with right now besides moving. But down the line, I'll have other revelations that can be used as a move action. And then I'll still be able to move and attack with my standard, should things line up properly.
Nice. Okay. So I think the way the Solarian works, right, like all of your abilities kind of like attune to get, like, I don't know, it's called attunement, right? But they like work together to make everything you do better.
Yeah. So with Stellar Rush, if I'm attuned to be Photon, I can convert the end from a melee attack into a bull rush called something different.
Oh, something different.
That's a good name.
That's a really cool name.
I like that skill.
Yeah.
I guess
absolutely.
it's just a bull rush, but it's not a regular bull rush. It's a wreath of flame around me that causes 2d6 fire damage to enemies that I'm rushing at.
Oh, nice.
Seems lame.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Twick, how about you? What do you got second level here?
Well, I picked up something called an Injection Expert, which I get for being a biohacker, which gives me bonuses to hit with my injection weapons. So I got a lot better at shooting.
Awesome.
Because my BAB also went up. And then the other thing I got was, normally as a biohacker you get a theorem at level 2, but I'm actually taking an archetype called Medic.
Oh.
Yeah, so I got the Doctor feature, which gives me some small bonuses. And then also, anytime I heal somebody's hit points, any surplus healing goes into stamina. Not a thing that normally
nice.
happens.
That's really good.
That's
Nice.
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Very nice. So your goal is to just sit way in the back, be very accurate with your shots, and just heal everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Good. And Jake, last but not least, what happened with Lisk?
So Lisk got another level in operative. He has evasion now, which basically means if I succeed on a reflex save that normally still gives half, I instead take no damage.
Cool.
Yep. D&D staple. And then I got
Useful
uncanny. Whoop.
Getting blown up by Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't that true? And then I got my first operative exploit. And this one is called Uncanny Mobility. Basically, when I make a trick attack, if I choose who I'm going to shoot before I move, my movement doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity from that guy. If that makes sense. So, like, if I pick who I'm going to shoot, I can move all around that guy and he can't hit me.
That's nice.
It's
Real
funny
good.
because I feel like in our Dead Sons AP that we're doing, Caleb's picking what you're picking, like right before you do, and then you come right along and
Sorry.
like, this is what I picked. I'm like, oh yeah, I know what this ability does for some reason.
Turns
It's
out
okay.
it's
I'm
good.
sure we'll be
Yeah.
different from now on.
Yeah.
Probably.
We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so you're all level 2. We're all back. Well, all of you guys are back at Aibretta's junk shop. And you've kind of spent the night. You've recovered some hit points. You've gained level 2, obviously. And now you're kind of just prepping for the day. If you don't mind, explain to me a little bit, what are your characters doing right now? Just
Meditating.
Meditating? Yeah.
Meditating.
Does Coast say anything while he meditates? Like speaking out loud, or are his arms just like very elongated, drawn out?
Real slow arms. Nah, they're probably just silent.
Just chilling.
Yeah, he's probably just silent, like floating balls of light around him or something.
Okay. Everybody else? I mean, what do you guys?
Yeah,
What's Luna doing?
I think Luna's been staying up late, learning Aslanti.
Oh,
So she's been like getting up later in the morning, and she's probably just wandering around, kind of like trying to pick out that Arquinn tune again,
Okay.
like kind of humming it. Strumming some stuff on the guitar, trying to turn it into something.
Okay. It says there's a little bit of notes on learning Aslanti, since it presumes that nobody knows it before you get to the planet. One of the things it says that Aibretta she's like gathered some things that just have Aslanti text on it. You've been hearing it too over the radio.
Right.
So over time, you're going to glean some of that, but also just like reading through what she has is going to help supplement that info so you can actually learn and figure out what these people are saying.
Yeah, that's
That's
what I was trying to headcanon it. Like, if we had one of their radios, if we could just, it's just on and
Listen in.
she's trying to listen in and pick out stuff.
Right,
And
right.
as an
right.
Esperanza, she's just naturally good at picking up languages, so
Nice.
has a little bit of a bonus there for studying. But
Cool. Okay.
I forgot to mention, I also learned Aslanti this level.
Well,
nice.
we're confessing that I did as well.
Hey,
Nice.
Ko, did you learn Aslanti?
I didn't pick a language, so there you go.
Oh.
did you put one in culture?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
You don't get
Well,
one.
there you go.
Sorry.
you don't get one.
What about Twick? What's Twick doing right now?
Twick's probably dictating portions of his thesis to Kip right now, based on some recent field tests.
Incredible.
Okay.
classic.
Can you dictate some of that to us so we know what he'd be saying?
No, remind
Nope.
me what the title is.
He's gonna have to look
Practical
it up.
applications of remotely administered genotherapeutic nanites.
Okay.
That's good.
Thank you.
Very solid. Very solid. And how about Lisk? What's Lisk doing?
Lisk, I think he's just going through, like, disassembling his gun, reassembling it, cleaning it, and then sharpening all 6 of his survival knives.
Oh man,
that he's
the killer.
picked up.
Oh, that's
Knew that
right.
was
He's
coming.
picked up every single one, hasn't
Yeah.
he?
He's
Just
got
in
one
case he ever
equipped
drops
and
it.
5 in his backpack.
Oh my god, is this gonna be like Sig with the teeth, except you just collect
Okay.
all their knives?
How much better is knives than teeth, though?
It's a lot better. It's a lot better.
There's no snow globe involved.
Yeah, right? I don't have to pull them out of anyone's head.
That was
Well,
the best.
usually not, I guess.
Oh gosh.
When
this
this
should
gets
take
posted
a
to
collection
YouTube,
in this campaign too.
everyone can enjoy the snow globe.
Good grief. So you're cleaning all your weapons. You're sitting in there. You're cleaning your guns and all 6 of your knives. How ridiculous. And I think like probably as Lisk is sitting there, he's kind of remembering back on some things in his past, things that he has accomplished or failed at. He's been doing a lot of murdering on this escapade here on Nikandis. Granted, these appear to be fairly evil people, but he's been killing a lot of people.
I
I
wouldn't say we
imagine-
murdered anyone.
We've
Yet.
killed a few people.
We killed
unprovoked.
people.
I mean, just
Unprovoked?
killed.
Well, okay,
We'll
they
go
got the
with killed.
cemetery, I guess.
We'll go with killed.
I imagine it's like Lisk is like polishing off like his main dagger, and then he just like catches a reflection of himself in the dagger, and then we cut. And it's like,
We cut. we cut.
Because it's a knife.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Oh, it's good. Okay, so we cut. The screen goes black, or what we're looking at goes black here, and things start to sort of fade into existence, and we start to see the shape of a city and the surrounding areas. We start to see some lights. It's a cold night on Akiton. Morrow's billboards shine brightly, illuminating the night sky and embracing its ancient epithet, City of 1,000 Lights. The Exogeny headquarters sits in the middle of the financial district, quiet and unassuming to the untrained eye. A more insightful viewer might see it for what it truly is. A small fortress, full of guards armed to the teeth and automated security systems, all guarding whatever secrets lay locked away in CEO Prendalk's office, deep in the bowels of the tower. It is here, in this very office, where a young Yosoki comes tumbling down from the ceiling. He lands on his feet, as he always does, and he brushes the dust from his filthy jacket. He stands tall for Yosoki, his white fur matted with dirt and grime. He looks around, the darkness reminding him of their friendship, and he spots a safe at the end of the room. He turns, a sort of indifferent determination in his eyes, and he slowly stalks towards the end of the room, where, without warning, the room lights slowly swell to a dim yellow. In one corner stands an imposing but clearly relaxed Vesk in a white, tailored suit, plasma pistol in hand.
Ah, crap.
Mutters Lisk. He spins around to face the Vesk.
Hey, Thrak, just the man I was looking for. Long time no see, buddy. How's the wife and kids?
Cut the crap, Lisk, says the Vesk as the relaxation leaves his shoulders. We both know why you're here, and we both know you ain't getting out alive. The Vesk raises his plasma pistol, taking deadly aim, and with a smirk he scoffs, Goodbye, Lisk. As smoothly as he appeared, Lisk, in a puff of smoke, disappears into the shadows. A moment of confusion passes over the Vesk's face, quickly replaced by one of pain as Lisk appears behind him, burying a dagger into his back. The Vesk whirls around and fires wildly, hitting a lone bulb that was illuminating the room and plunging it back into darkness. A scuffle ensues as the two fight desperately for their lives. And a few moments later, the room is silent once more. A lone match is lit, piercing through the darkness of the office. For a moment, it hovers in the air, but then it climbs upward until it encounters something else. A cigarette. The flickering orange glow of the match transfers to the tobacco as the light of the match illuminates a single face. Lisk. He appears calm and collected. The only evidence of the recent struggle is the bleeding wound where his right ear used to be. He takes a deep drag of his cigarette and he drops the match to the floor, revealing the face of Thrak, bloodied and beaten with a dagger stabbed through his left eye and a chunk of ear still stuck in his teeth. Lisk reaches down, removes a small security chip hidden in the Vesk's personal communicator.
Yeah, thanks for bringing this tough guy. Makes this next part a whole lot easier.
Lisk turns. He walks over to the security console and unlocks the safe with the chip and pops the door open, revealing a small, nondescript vial and a single datapad. Lisk stuffs them both into his satchel without a second glance. He takes another drag from his cigarette as he walks into the window and forces it open. He glances once more at the sharply dressed Vesk, now dead on the floor in a pool of blood, before climbing out of the window, disappearing back into the night. And the scene fades to black.
Oh, snap.
That was so good.
Nice.
So, yeah, get to see a little bit of Lisk there. Some of his action. Very exciting.
Yeah, that was very well done, Aaron. Very well
Thank
told.
you. Well, it was well written. I didn't write it.
Yeah,
Oh, well, you punched it up. You absolutely punched this up.
It's important. It's important to get a little...
No, it was
something in
good.
there.
It really, yeah, it was perfect. Perfect.
This
Perfect.
seems bad.
No, he's
knows,
chaotic good.
Yeah, Alex, come on.
Oh, man. Oh gosh, that's good. Okay,
What's in the vial?
What's in the vial? What's in the vial?
Who knows? So, you are at Aibretta's junk shop right now. If you remember last time you talked with Aibretta, she mentioned that she wanted you to go meet a few people in the morning. Some additional members of the Resistance. And she sort of is over working on her workshop desk when you walk over, and she sees you, and she kind of turns and looks towards you, and she says, "Oh, hi there. Hey, how's it going? You guys want any?" And she reaches in her back pocket and she pulls out a big old wad of chew.
No.
You want some good stuff? That's okay. That's okay. Listen, Jellik seems to be doing just fine now. He's still resting for the day, but I thought we'd leave out of here a little early and see if we can go meet a couple members of the Resistance since you guys are making so much progress around town. How's that sound?
Sure.
Sounds perfect.
Where are
I
they?
sure are. Talkative bunch.
I would be agreeable to
Jiminy
this
Christmas.
plan.
Hey, you asked for this.
Hey, Giant
Did-
Bird Lady, what were you saying a minute ago?
Ask me to respond specifically.
Where are these friends?
Well, there's two different groups of friends I'd like you to meet. One of them, well, they can't actually be in Madeline's Landing at the moment because the Aslanti don't really view them as equals, or as they would call it, sentient species. So I'm gonna have to
harsh.
take you out to meet them in the jungle. It's just gonna be a short trek. They're hiding out in a small cave, so we'll go meet them there. The other one, as I previously mentioned before, is at her house, and that's Quorsica. She was at the Garrison, and she was injured because she got beat up by a couple guards after she slapped them around real good. So she's the other one I'd like you to meet. And I think she's at home with her son. Well, I don't remember his name because the GM hasn't looked at that part of the book in a while. So I think his name's like Wendell or Lindell or Tyndale. I don't know, something like that.
It's not Rendell.
Oh, shoot, Rendell. Well, that's the name of the guy at the storehouse. Maybe I got them both wrong. Whatever. His name's Weldis, I think. I think it's Weldis. I'm pretty sure. So yeah,
Go
we
with
can
that.
go meet him and her. So y'all need to gather up any supplies before we head out. Are y'all good?
Nah, I think we good.
Good.
Is there
Yeah.
healing
Some
serums of healing anywhere?
Well, I got some engine oil, some grease.
Those-
I'll heal you right up.
Have any of those appeared out of nowhere?
Oh, sadly, we don't have no supplies in here. Most of that was taken by the Garrison.
You're gonna get so much loot in there.
We'd better.
I will remind you that they've taken things to the Garrison, but they've also taken things off planet. They've been transporting supplies up and down and people, and I just don't know what's going on. But that ship was up there that you guys met, and they probably have been taking some things from here as well. Not quite sure.
I suppose we shall leave the planet then and get supplies.
Well, wait. I don't want you to leave just yet. We still got to deal with some situations here in Madeline's Landing. So why don't you just come on with me? I'll let you meet these folks, and we can see what we can get accomplished. Accomplished. There we go. Nailed it. First try.
As always.
She is going to lead you into the jungle, kind of up north. So, like, kind of up in this area up here, and back into the woods just a little bit, not super far. And you kind of make your way through the trees. And if you remember, pretty much all of this jungle is full of fog. So there's a lot going on. It's hard to see. You're kind of following her, but if you're not staying close, it's very easy to get lost in the forest. And she leads you back into the cave where you walk in just a few feet and you see two heads sort of pop out around the corner and look directly at you. And what you're looking at right now are two Sheeran. And they walk forward to talk to you a little bit. One thing to note about Sheeran before they start communicating is Sheeran most of the time communicate telepathically. So you're not going to hear what they would normally sound like. They prefer to speak telepathically. And the moment you guys walk in there, you feel someone like communicating to you in your heads. And in common, the first one says, Hello, I am Chatterbug, and this is my companion, Kashyrk. We are part of the expedition here on Madeline's Landing. What are your names?
I'm Twick.
Nice to meet you,
This is
Twick.
Kip.
Kip,
Luna?
nice to meet. I guess Kip's not really. I can't communicate with Kip, but it's nice to meet
Is-
Kip as well.
Are we
I'll let him
communicating
know.
back telepathically or
Yeah,
out loud?
do I say it out loud or do I just think it?
Well, you can do either. I can hear your thoughts, or you can communicate them to me verbally.
I'm
Feels
speaking
weird
out
if we're
loud.
the only ones talking. I don't know. I'm Lisk.
Well, if you prefer, we can speak out loud, but generally speaking, our voices
Oh,
are quite
jeez.
strange.
Oh god. Yeah, you know what? Do the other thing. The other thing's good.
Okay, perfect. Yes, this is a much better way for us to communicate.
I'll communicate back telepathically, and I'll be like, "Hey, my name's Go. Go to me."
Nice to meet you, Coach. Glad to see that someone speaks very fluently and effectively in telepathic languages.
Yeah, I've been training my mind out my life. It's pretty easy thing to do.
Pretty sharp mind. Excellent. That's great. That's great. And you must be an Espraska?
Yes.
Espraxa?
Think about Luna.
Luna. Nice to meet you.
I'll give him the full name in telepathic.
Excellent. Excellent. He says, I am Chatterbug, and like as I mentioned before, this is my companion Kashyrk. And Kashyrk just says, "Hi, it's nice to meet you." They sound almost identical. They're sort of telepathic, how they're speaking to you telepathically. And Chatterbug says that I was part of the comms unit, the building that was exploded near the Garrison. I was the comms manager here at Madeline's Landing. I was the comms manager here, and I used to manage ingoing and outgoing transmissions. And since the comms unit was destroyed, I've been unable to be in the town at all. Have you seen the guards roaming around in Madeline's Landing?
Yeah, we've taken out a few of them, quite a few at this point.
That's good. We can't really go into town at all right now. The Aslanti view us as non-sentient species and not as equals. So most of the time they shoot our kind on sight instead of asking twice.
Makes sense.
So-
They're racist.
Yes, very much so. Also, Kashyrk here is, well, I'll let him tell you what his responsibility here is on Madeline's Landing. And Kashyrk says, my responsibility here is I handle some of the focus points escapes assets as a part of our analysis of Madeline's Landing and the greater Nakandis region for a luxury resort. We were sent here as a part of Madeline's Landing and Abdar Corp's venture to determine whether or not the planet would be a good recipient for said resort. And I have been here since the initial colony transplant. I maintain
Make
my
any
stay here.
decisions on that? Did it pass?
There are many nice places on Nakandis, but as of right now, we have not been able to explore much past the Blue 10 range, especially since the arrival of the Aslanti. So we are, for the moment, stuck. But in general, we do believe there are some nice lakes and mountains in which you would get out of the jungle to a place where you would not experience the electric fog, and there you may be able to find respite, and maybe someplace that Focus Points Escapes may be interested in building the new retreat. And if you guys would all make me a culture check, that would be great. Tell me what you get on those wonderful rolls.
Should we do them hidden or can we just?
Oh, you can just roll them out and about.
Well,
Okay, great.
That way
21
you can
for
get...
Quick.
Excellent. Okay,
Wow, that was
so
bad.
Yeah, real bad.
That was real bad.
10.
Wow, yours was terrible.
Awful.
Yikes.
Real.
Horrible.
10 from Luna, 10 from Lisk, 16 from Ko, and 21 from Twick. Okay, so one thing to note, Twick and Ko, you would know that there are definitely additional organizations on... Well, actually, all of you would know that there's additional organizations as a part of Abdar Corp's landing and colonization of Nakandis. There is the Surveying and Colonization Bureau, which is a part of Madeline's Landing. It had an office in the comms module. Their responsibility is to just ensure that any colonization of a planet is done properly, and that information is reported back to Abdar Corp's headquarters and to Absalom Station. There is also the Kabarat University of Xenobiology and Xenopaleontology, which is an organization that's based off of Castrovel. They are mainly housed in the botany camps, but they also have had an office in the greenhouse, which is one of the other trailers or pods here in Madeline's Landing. And then Ko and Twick would know that there's also 2 additional organizations that are here. One, which is Focus Point Escapes, which is the organization that's looking to build a new retreat. They are housed or were housed out of the comms module. And the other is a 2-part joint venture between Jackrock Union and Astral Extractions, which is an organization that handles a lot of mining throughout the region. They are mainly in what's called the BTEP sites, which is like an area up north towards the mountains where they've been mining a lot of minerals to take back to the Pact Worlds.
So, is that where the accident was with the lady who had to...
Yes.
Okay.
One of those accidents was at the BTEP sites.
Okay.
So you know that there's several organizations that work, not just Abdar Corp here, but several organizations that have come along with them that are either have been contracted by or have subcontracted with Abdar Corp. They are here on Nakandis, and just one of them you have finally met one of them, which is Kashyrk, however I want to pronounce his name, who works for
Kashyrk.
Focus Point Escape.
Yeah,
Kashyrk.
Kashyrk.
That's what
He's
I thought
Kashyrk.
you said the first time.
Mm-hmm. From Star
Right.
Wars.
Kashyrk, excellent.
That's his
name is
last name.
Kashyrk.
Yeah. Mhm.
From Star Wars.
Mhm.
All one word.
Yeah.
So, like knowing that you have an idea of what they're doing here on the planet, and at that point, Chatterbug will just say, one thing that would be beneficial to us would be that we do have some comms logs as well as some data cores that were left in the stable, actually, as a part of the transition of materials off planet. The ship, whatever the starship is that was leaving, has been providing supplies through the Garrison or through the stable, which is where they've also been moving around on planet via vehicles. If you do not mind, we would ask that you retrieve those comm logs and data cores for us.
What do you need with those?
Well, the comm logs may assist with information that we would have received right up to the point at which the communications module was destroyed. It may provide valuable intelligence about the Aslantean general, where they approached from, ship complement, ship size, many details that the GM may provide should you decide to recover things like that. And the other guy, Kashyrk, says, the data cores would provide us valuable information to bring back to Focus Point Escapes so that we can provide them with quantifiable data to determine whether or not, following this disastrous occupation here, that we could have an actual resort space on Nakandis.
Sounds like something we might be compensated for then. All right. Be good to know when, if and when this ship's gonna come back.
Yes. Once you receive them, if you just bring them back to us, we may be able to decipher some information from them. We will need a computer, but I believe Aibretta can provide one. She said, "Oh yeah, sure, hon. I got a computer. No problem. We'll get you something." And you will take your leave. And let me show you real quick before you, unless you have any other questions for them.
They said that was in the communications building.
Yeah.
In the
So
stables.
what you're looking at, that's the communications building. That was what it was
Okay.
blown up by the
Right.
ship. There is also the stable, which is down below. This stable is where they've stored some of those comms logs and data cores.
Gotcha. Okay.
Maybe we can jack an ATV while we're there or something.
Maybe.
A horse.
So, any other questions
Yeah.
for them before you go? Well, Chatterbug will say, do you have any questions for us before you depart?
I mean, we were gonna just raid the Garrison. You guys are the Resistance. You think you could maybe lend a gun, lend a brain, whatever you guys do?
We will try to make our way into town, but as you can tell, we are unarmed and we will be shot on sight the moment we're seen.
Well, we gave Aibretta like 5 rifles the other day.
Oh, really? Well,
It's true.
we may possibly be able to use them. Aibretta, do you still have them at the shop? Oh, yeah, I believe I do. They're probably back with Jellik. Oh,
God.
shoot, I hope he ain't taking them nowhere.
Oh, God.
Classic.
Yeah, thank you again. We wish you luck in your future ventures, whatever they may be, and we hope that you can recover this information for us.
I want to ask if they have any serums of healing.
As you can see, we're living in a cave right now.
They could have some serum somewhere.
We don't really have a lot of supplies. We're mainly eating bugs off the ground. Would you like some bugs?
Mm.
Do they heal?
You don't know.
Maybe.
I'll let you roll a physical
Gotta be
science check.
Oh,
Not survival.
Bug is actually poisonous.
Oh.
Nice.
A natural
2.
2. Okay, so
That's a
you
2 total.
think 2 total. 2 total. You think
Absolutely, they heal you.
sure they heal you. Yeah. Definitely. Chatterbug will hold a bug out to you.
I will take it
Okay, you take it.
based on my roll.
Okay, you take the bug. They're gonna retreat.
What do I do with what do I do with this?
You eat it.
Just eat it. Stick it
I mean,
right in my mouth.
That's what we do with it.
And just chew it on up, swallow it.
Yes.
That's it.
That's how eating works.
How's it look like coming out the other end though?
What?
That's
Well, this is happening. We're all just standing there. They're looking at
strange
each other.
information.
Silent.
The
Doesn't
two
seem like it'd
Sheeran
be the
like
best.
they exchange glances and they just kind of like wave at you and kind of back away into the cave.
Okay, bye.
They're just staring each other down. We're just standing there watching.
And then
Ko, you gonna eat that?
I will attempt to try it at some point down the line when
You're
I
gonna
feel
save
as
the bug for
though
later.
I may need some healing because this could heal me. I think it might be able to heal me. I think.
the level of confidence is very high.
Well, let us know. I'm curious.
You all should probably pick up some bugs as well.
Oh no, I had a big lunch. I couldn't possibly.
What did you have for lunch?
Oh, Aibretta gave me a bunch of that engine grease. I'll tell you what. It's
You
good
hear
stuff.
from like outside the cave. She just goes, "Oh, that stuff's delicious."
See?
It would seem that Aibretta has been eavesdropping on our conversation.
Eavesdropping telepathically.
I mean, we're talking out loud now.
Yeah.
She
at
seems
this
kind of
point.
harmless.
She walked us there. It's not really eavesdropping. She's kind of with us.
Yeah, and she has been kind of just standing outside the cave door, cave entrance, just being lookout, essentially.
Shall we return?
Yeah, but I have a quick question for Aaron.
Yeah.
Have we found any UPBs?
I don't believe so. I'll have to go back and check because I don't think there was any. The only place you would have probably found any would have been in the storeroom, and I don't think there was any there.
What's the
Okay.
UPD?
A
You
UPB.
can use it. It's credits that you can basically use to craft also.
Yeah, and it's
Oh.
also 1-to-1 with credits.
Yeah.
So it's a very
Okay.
strange system in Starfinder.
Yeah, but it's crafting stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
generic
it's
craft material.
It's crafting material. Yeah, generic crafting material that you can also use as money.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But okay,
Sweet.
sure. What a good system.
I read a really long post at one point where some guy was talking about like the overarching strategy of shipbuilding in Starfinder and how it doesn't make any sense from a financial standpoint because literally the cost of building something is the same exact. It's like a 1-to-1 ratio with credits. So if you're smart, you could just essentially dominate the universe by doing one specific task over and over. It's quite funny.
Well, while we're on our way back, I'm going to ask Aibretta. Aibretta, you got any UPBs? We could trade some credits for them, maybe. I'm wanting to make some serums of healing if possible.
No, I ain't got no. What'd you call them?
UPBs, Universal Polymer Basic, or something like that.
Oh, you mean engine parts? I got plenty of those.
Nope,
You don't
that's
mean
not
engine
it.
parts.
Nope, that's
Well,
okay.
shoot.
Just
No?
forget it.
I mean, I ain't got no UPB. I got well, I mean, I just got a lot of engine parts, really. That shop is full of stuff.
Do you have any engine parts that heal?
Well, that's a strange request. I mean, I don't know. We could cut you open, put one in there, and patch right back up, see if it fixes you.
Yeah, we got a dock too.
I feel like that damages.
Well, who knows?
Doesn't it? I'm not rolling for it.
I'm not an idiot.
I don't think that's gonna help.
Oh, okay. I mean, you were asking about it. I'm just giving you all the information that I know.
Thanks. Yep.
Y'all okay to go ahead and go on over to Quorsica's?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
suppose.
Indeed.
Where is
yeah.
it? I guess.
So it's right over here on the edge of the forest here, edge of the jungle, kind of on the outskirts on the, I guess that would be the west side of Madeline's Landing. And she takes you kind of around through the jungle just to kind of discreetly move you around town, and she'll walk you in, and you are immediately met by a young boy who introduces himself as Weldis. And he leads you to the back of the house where you meet an older woman who looks to be very, very beat up. She has a lot of bruises. She looks like she's got some bandages on her side. She has both of her legs currently in casts. Casts? I said casks.
Yeah.
She's standing in two casks.
That was a little odd.
That would have been a
steeping
fun
'em.
visual.
Yeah, both her legs are in cast, and she's kind of just laying in bed, and it looks like that Weldis has been taking care of her. And she kind of waves you in, and then just pauses for a second to wait on Aibretta. And Aibretta says, "Hey, Quorsica, these are the four that we found in the jungle that Weasel Jellik came across, and they came into town. They've been dealing with some of the Aslanti. Maybe they can assist you out." And Quorsica will kind of nod and then kind of wave at Aibretta so that she can leave the room. And she motions for her son to leave too, so that it's just the five of you. And she says, "Why, hello, I am Quorsica Arquinn. Who are you? You are the crew of the starship that came close to Madeline's Landing, correct?"
That's us,
That's
the
correct.
Indefatigable.
Oh, what a long name for a starship.
Pretty good, though.
Has it lasted this whole
heard
time?
much longer starship names.
Can
For
you-
instance, I once heard of a ship named the Ultimate Very Cool Princess Peach Parlor Planet ship. I don't really know what all the references were about, but it was a long name. I've heard one even longer than that as well. If you would like me to recount it.
It's quite fine. I completely understand. I just thought the Indefatigable was a quite unique and strange name. I assume the starship has survived this long, considering its name.
Well, I
Last we
certainly
checked.
hope so.
Yeah, it really sucked if it didn't.
Actually, Now that I'm
Should we,
thinking about it more, there's
should we
some
run over there?
Hobgars out there that like shiny stuff. I might want to check in.
That's a good point. I didn't think
I
of that.
wouldn't worry, but the fatty hasn't been shiny for years.
The good news
Be
about
true.
Hobgars is that they don't really make their way into buildings through closed doors or shafts or anything of the like. They spend time on the outside and they attack people who have supplies on them, shiny objects on them, technology. Well, I am glad that you have arrived here at Madeleine's Landing and you've been dealing with some of the Aslanti. As you can see, she's kind of trying to shift her weight a little bit, and she's definitely in pain. I do apologize. I have 4 broken ribs and 2 broken legs at the moment. I'm not a fan of bullies, and when the Aslanti first arrived, I punched several of them. Ugh.
Good
And
on
I antagonized them so much that they beat me and basically left me for dead. My son Weldus came and got me and brought me back to the house, and now he's nursing me back to life.
Don't worry, a couple of us know the feeling.
Have you tried
Sure.
any of those bugs that the Shirin have in the cave? I heard they have healing properties.
Did you really? Wait a second.
Yeah, Co's saving one for later. Co, could you maybe
I
give
pull it
me a
out.
bug?
I pull it out. You want my bug now?
Oh, no, I don't want your bug. I don't take medicine. My body heals on its own. But you look quite worse for wear. Have you been exploding or something lately?
You can sense the explosion on me, I see.
Yes.
You are quite the combatant, if you can sense that.
Well, I am a soldier, as a matter of fact. I have seen many a battle and war. I won't
You
tell you.
lived through all of it without medicine? That's kind of surprising.
My wounds heal themselves, thank you very much. It's
Okay.
by my own will.
I'd suggest
force them to
medicine.
heal.
It's very helpful.
Yes, medicine can be helpful, but Weldus takes care of me with bandages. My body will heal itself over time.
Okay.
You want?
You
We
think so?
we got a doctor.
Yeah, I mean, I can try to help.
Please,
But
yes.
I
mean,
like to use medicine, so...
What kind of medicines are we talking about?
Oh, all kinds. I got some painkillers in here. You seem a little hurting.
I guess I have not tried a painkiller in quite some time.
Oh, okay. Well, let me just rummage around and get some out. Here you go. Just 2 of those every 4 hours. You're good.
She instantly throws them in her mouth and chews them.
No. Oh, okay. That's gonna be gross.
It tastes terrible.
Yeah, you're supposed
Why would
to
you
swallow
give me
them
such a thing?
with
She spits
water.
it out on the ground.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, swallow with water. That's what. Yep. You didn't read the
Alright.
instructions.
Just
Here's
leave
the
some-
bottle.
Leave some by the bed, and I'll have Weldus bring me some water, and I'll take them your way, Doctor.
I bet this
That'd be
bug
good.
would taste better. Would you like to try this bug?
Well,
I wouldn't eat that.
the doctor says it's probably not best for me to eat the bugs. He's instead prescribed me some painkillers. So we'll go with that first and see where that gets me.
Was standing here the entire time.
So you heard him.
But you did say the bugs had healing properties.
That's what we've heard from the Shirin, though. They're living in a cave. Who knows, really?
Have you seen anyone healed by bugs?
Do you see me right now? I'm laying in this bed. I've been healing it for quite some time. I've not seen anyone eating bugs and healing. I was in the garrison at one point, and I won't tell you what specifically happened, but I will tell you that each of the people in the garrison, they carried a pistol and what looked like a tacklash instead of a rifle. They look quite different than those who are moving around Madeleine's Landing. And they are... they're bearded men with sharp widow's peaks. And They're strange-looking individuals. Clear that they are humans. Those two, they are the ones who gave me these bruises. Granted, I won't tell you what I gave them, how much I hurt them, but it was a lot. Trust me.
Does that resemble what we fought at the execution site? I guess
it does,
right?
Actually, it does resemble what you fought. You fought some men, and actually, I'll put their.
They all have beards and sharp widow's peaks.
Yeah. That's what I'm wondering.
So let me put one up here so you can see what they look like. They look a little bit like this.
They got a helmet on. How do I even see if they have a widow's peak?
So,
Well,
He doesn't have
they
a
don't-
beard though.
They don't always have their helmet on. They do sometimes take their helmet off, weirdly enough, Alex.
They don't have a beard though.
do we want to describe what this man looks like for anyone who might be listening rather than
Sure,
watching?
go ahead. Go ahead, Jake.
Me again. Okay, he's got like it's like the Iron Man suit, but if instead of like a cool faceplate, he's just got like a bike helmet on that leaves his face completely exposed. He's also got like a badass looking magnum and like a whip with spikes all over it. Very intimidating, but no beard. No beard.
No beard. And no widow's
I think-
peak to speak of.
I think he's got some stubble.
He's got
That could
stubble
be
going.
stubble or dirt on his mouth because he's been
Yeah,
eating
That's
dirt.
true.
Maybe he was eating
You know
the
how those
bugs.
Atlantes are.
The
Could
eel.
be. They were very healthy.
Okay, so that's what they look like. And she'll
And she's
continue.
saying that there are multiple of these in like those are mostly who's in the garrison.
Yeah, she was saying there were quite a few of them in the garrison, and that two of them were the ones who beat her, who gave her the bruises and the broken ribs and the broken legs.
Interesting.
Yeah, and she'll say, if you can do something to these two gods, I could maybe provide you some additional info. They must pay for what they've done, and it will take me some time to heal.
How do we identify them?
They have a tacklash and a pistol, and they're bearded men with sharp widow's peaks. That's really all I remember of them. And if you make me a... What am I going to have you make me make? How about just make me a
remembering check.
remembering check.
It's wisdom.
Yeah. I mean, you could do... We could do... Physical
Stealth?
science.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, stealth. Yeah, sure, yeah. Culture check, physical science, maybe a mysticism check. One of those three things.
Oh, it ain't gonna be mysticism, I'll tell you that right now.
Well, if you give me culture as an option, I'm going to take that.
Yeah,
Alright.
big
Because
same.
Roll me a
That's what
culture
I
check
do.
then, Luna.
I rolled one too.
Okay.
So
15 for Lisk,
17.
17 for Luna. You would know that she is describing to a T the people, the two, not necessarily the two men, but the men that looked exactly like who you fought at Jellik's execution.
Okay.
So,
But we couldn't know that they were exactly those guys, or like one
Yeah.
of those dudes had a beard.
no, you couldn't know that they were exactly the people that you were describing, but she did say they all look identical.
Oh,
Or at least
okay.
very close. So, in this case, you can kind of
that's what I
assume
wasn't
Clone
tracking.
army. God.
Yeah,
almost
Yeah.
identical.
that's what I wasn't tracking. It's like we know that this is like a class of soldier, but like, how would we know which
Right.
one is which?
You well, what you would know is that based on her description, it's probably safe to assume that you killed one, if not two, of the guys she was talking about.
Okay.
I mean,
well,
great news. We got him. You're welcome.
two of them
we already
were,
did it.
You
about to execute Jellik, and we took care of them.
Did we check
Wait.
on that guy? Is he being executed again?
Jellik got himself in trouble.
I know.
Yeah, big
Crazy.
shocker, right?
That poor fool, he always does that. Always trying to win back Aibretta's heart. There's no way that will ever happen.
Someone should tell him that. Because he,
She
keeps
does.
running off and,
All
Oh,
the time. She
That's a
tells
good
him
point.
constantly.
Somebody else should tell him that, maybe.
Literally, the entire colony has told Jellik that he'll never get Aibretta back, but
Ah, okay.
he just is determined.
One of those
Wait,
lost
so-
causes.
Ah, well, yes, there are always some like that. And you said that you've dealt with 2 of these men when Jellik was nearly executed?
That's right.
Yeah,
It was not easy.
because
Well,
it was super easy.
while I assume that you may not know for sure whether or not these 2 were the men that attacked me, you've still dealt a serious blow to the Aslanti, and you have killed men that look similar to the men who attacked me. So I would like to help you out if you would be open to that.
You have healing items.
No, I
You
clearly
should got
don't
healing
have
items.
healing items.
We've been over this.
What I do have is knowledge of the garrison itself. You see, I was
Helpful.
taken there at one point, and I was beaten inside of the garrison, where I did get quite a good look at the inside. I have since drawn a map from memory. Wellness! At this point, Weldis comes back in, and he's got just like a piece of paper, like a literal piece of paper that's kind of like wadded up. It's clear that she was like sketching things when she could, and she wants to share that with you. And what this will look like is... Where's it at? Load up. Boom. Looks a little bit like this.
Hello.
Wow. That's a very good map, actually.
So clearly this is hand-drawn, so please disregard the not quite precise nature of what you have seen. But I was taken to the cells at one point and moved throughout, and I was eventually got in a fight when I was in the entry hall to the west, which is where they threw my body outside of the door and left me to die. I don't know if this will be of help to you, but it may provide some information that you may use when you go to the garrison.
This is extremely helpful. Tell me, did you see anyone in wearing like Polish green armor or any other sort of looking folks?
Yes. You are talking or referring to the guards who carry the long arms, the rifles. There were many who came in and out of the doors in the garrison. Too many to count, really. There were also some what appeared to be robotic drones stored near storage. Looked like they may have been flying drones.
Anyone that looked like they were in charge, like a woman?
Do you speak of the woman who was wearing the fully shielded mask the entire time?
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, she has moved in and out, but I have not seen her there recently. Granted, I have not been there in many days.
Are these stairs at the bottom of the mess hall?
No, it's like an expandable dining table.
Oh, fancy.
Okay.
I thought it was very unique, so I sketched it out on this map.
The storage room. Is this pile... What is this pile? And what is its mental state?
It not depressed, if that's what you're asking. Previous campaign reference. She will say...
Been a few.
Yeah. It is a pile of what appears to be construction materials for various things in the garrison. Didn't necessarily look like there was anything usable.
Okay.
Would you describe them as PBBs or whatever the fuck?
UPB?
UPB? That's the one?
UPBs. No, these are more
Damn it.
building panels. They're not necessarily universal polymer bases, as you reference.
Yeah, those.
That's the one.
Yeah, you got it. Alright. This is actually super helpful.
Again, I do appreciate your efforts here on Madeline's Landing, and I do hope that you can assist us with removing these intruders from this colony. Would be very helpful. I must rest now. Please take your leave. And if you require anything else, well, this can quite easily help you with whatever you need. Granted, he has no healing serum, so please do not ask him, slow man.
Hello, man.
And I will. I can send this to you if you would like it, so you can have it permanently, or you can screenshot it, or whatever you want.
The text on this looks really familiar. Is this drawn by somebody I know?
Am I related to someone
Yes,
that wrote
it's
this?
drawn by Quorsica Arquinn. That's who it's drawn by.
Interesting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I've definitely seen her handwriting before.
Oh, I don't know. Nope. I don't know. It's a mystery.
The control room looks like a balloon.
It does look like a balloon.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of does.
Amazing.
Okay. So does everybody have a photo of this? Can I take it off the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So, you have visited her. Aibretta is going to take you back to the junk shop. And about this time, like, I would say it's probably around 10:30, 11 a.m. It's not too late in the day because you got up pretty early to go into the jungle, and you've just kind of talked to some people, so you haven't really spent a lot of time doing anything. To remind you of what missions Aibretta has and what things you've learned, there is the Hobgar Cage, which is in the center of town. You also talked to Ludvar Kresk, who had asked you to find a voice box, which you guys made the assumption that it could possibly be there. Also, you know that the Hobgars could potentially disrupt some things going on with the Aslanti around town. You're not sure what, but clearly they're bothersome, which is why they're currently in a cage 30 feet above the ground. You've also been provided with some information about the stable, which is down below, and the stable, which has some comms logs as well as some data cores that you've been asked to retrieve from the two Sheeran that were in the cave.
I feel like we could check out the Hobgar Cage. The only thing I can think about stables is if there's some kind of like access codes or something, but that seems
that seems like kind
far
of
fetched.
Yeah, right. Especially because it seemed like they were really interested in it to see how viable this place would be for a resort.
Yeah.
Which I don't know the tactical use of that.
Right.
It seems like the most useful information would be about the coming and going of the ship.
Sure.
You need to be concerned about it showing
I mean,
back up
like
at some point.
definitely, we'll definitely check it out. But I feel like we could probably do Hobgars and then start eyeing the garrison. That's my thoughts, anyways.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we let loose all the Hobgars and then pop in the back door. So we might want to run over to the cemetery first and grab some
disguise us. Yeah.
Aibretta will. She's just basically standing there while you guys are discussing what you're doing, and she's going to say, "Well, when we've had Hobgar problems around that word's hard to pronounce. Tell you what, when we've had Hobgar problems around Madeline's Landing, most of the time the garrison calls troops back over to where they're causing issues. So anytime they've been on patrol, they met up with the Hobgar. They call troops back. Anytime that they've been causing issues with their equipment, they call troops over to deal with them. And that's how some of them had ended up in the cage anyway. So don't be surprised if when you do let them out, you do see some people show up for at least a small amount of time to deal with the infestation before they clear back out and go back on their routes."
If there's any way we could get him over to the stables. Yeah, create a distraction somewhere else. Immediately in front of the garrison.
You know that just based on what you've experienced with Hobgar so far, you're not going to be able to corral them. You could potentially look at the cage and see if you could move it, but catching them is going to probably prove pretty difficult. Or moving them to a different place without the use of some sort of transportation method is going to be difficult as well.
Yeah, my thought had been if we let the Hobgars out here, like this. Okay, it looks close to the garrison. I don't know how close that actually is, but the idea is right. I don't know if this would actually work, but get people from the garrison to go deal with it.
Go in the back door,
and then while people are cleared out, we can run in. That was my
15 feet away.
Okay.
Yeah, 15 feet away.
We want to disguise selves.
Yeah, well, we need the helmets to get into the garrison.
Yeah, it seems like we need some helmets.
Or the whole armor, probably.
Good news, I have disguise.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Okay, so you want to go to the cemetery and grab supplies?
I think so.
Okay, you go back to the cemetery. You do find the guards in basically the same exact spot you left them. Nobody goes back there, so their bodies are just laying there. They are still wearing the same equipment they were before, which is a ceremonial or troop ceremonial plate.
All right.
That is
Grab
complete
some
with
of
the
that.
helmet.
Am I going to be proficient with this armor?
I'm sure not.
Yeah, me either.
All right, we can go in and then strip back down once we're
Just take
inside.
it off, right?
Yeah.
We get
Can I
no
wear a
fight before
second
you can take
skin
it off,
underneath it, or do I have to do a...
I'll strip mid-fight.
Remove.
Don't try me.
Say what, Ed?
The question is, I'm still a medium creature. How good is...
Yeah.
I guess my disguise check needs to be good, huh?
It has to be very good.
I'm guessing the others could pass a little bit easier than I could.
Yeah.
Well,
The others
I don't-
basically-
Actually, I'm small.
Well, oh, you're
how
small.
does that work?
It's gonna be a problem. Two of you stand on each other's shoulders.
That is a great
A couple
idea.
goblins.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Finally.
my gosh.
We finally found him.
Now we're gonna be 8
Got it.
feet tall. This is gonna be
This
great.
is perfect.
Well, I'm 7, so now I'm
Oh,
actually kind
okay.
of short. So we look all right now. We just have one short dude. And then I'm like
Armor
medium
fits on
size
me
and you'll be
fine.
normal. Yeah.
Also, I'm proficient in it.
Wow.
There you
Must
go.
be nice.
I kind of don't want to wear it though. It sucks compared to what I usually wear.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks compared to what I wear because I'm not.
Uh-huh.
Can I roll disguise for them? I have to roll disguise.
They have to roll disguise for themselves. I think.
Okay.
Let's see.
Can I help?
What if
Yeah,
we
I would
just
say
wear
you
the
can
helmet?
help because you're so good at it that you could assist them. Since you've done like a lot of costume, I mean, that's what Luna's
Sure.
done. I mean, she's a performer, so
Yeah.
she's done a lot of costume and makeup and whatnot. I feel like you could assist them in disguising, but you won't be able
I'd
to
be
do
able to
it for
assist
them.
because I can look at them, right? I can see. I
Sure.
can see if there's something that's
Right.
all right. Do you want me to just roll one assist or like?
Yeah. You can just roll one assist for all three.
Come on, baby. Oh, that was a 17. Come on.
So a 10.
My rolls are horrible today. At least that wasn't mine.
It is a 10 is still enough. In order to
That's just
assist.
an aid.
Yeah, because it's just an aid another. So you can assist them in putting on. They'll get a +2 to their disguise checks.
Alright. Can we actually stack up?
Aren't
Quick
you a
and
little
Lisk.
short for a stormtrooper, Lisk?
Let me look at the DC here for disguise. Yeah, so
It's absurd for a match in size.
man, disguise is a different creature or a different race of the same creature type. No. Disguise is a different size scatter. Boy, that's gonna be very difficult. Good luck.
It's okay. We just need to fool the automated system.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yep.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
Honestly, we could just hide behind Luna and
You don't-
go
Your disguise doesn't even really need to be that good.
and just walk in their shadow.
I mean, yeah.
Alright.
Lisk will be hiding.
I'll do mine just for the heck of it. My actual one.
A little disguise check here.
Oh, come on.
Man, you've not rolled above
I
a
haven't
10.
rolled anything over a 6. So bad.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Ko got a 5. That's not gonna
Alright,
do it.
we think we are incredible though.
Oh yeah, you
We
think
look
your
so good.
disguises are like just spot on. You think you look like a group of Aslanti soldiers just marching around Madeline's Landing right now.
I'm just wearing that helmet.
What does this armor do to
Question.
me?
Are all 4 of you holding Imperial pacification rifles? Or are you carrying your normal weapons?
I've got mine. because I
I mean,
already
we've
have
got a bunch at Aibretta's junk shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to grab some?
Oh, I should bring one.
Sure.
Okay.
No one in the resistance
an
seems
empty.
to want them.
one. Put one round in it, like
What type of weapon is it for
Sure.
the hunting rifle.
hunting rifle? Thank you.
Yeah, it's a hunting rifle.
But it has 12 shots.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's basically the difference. The only difference, right?
Okay.
Still 90
Okay.
footage.
What would you guys like to do? You're back at Aibretta's junk shop. You all four are wearing armor, albeit not necessarily effectively. You're also all
Sticking
carrying Imperial pacification rifles.
Oh man.
Where would you like to go?
Maybe we
Hobgar
should've-
Cage, right? No?
Yeah. Yeah. We need to go see what that situation is, I guess.
Hobgar?
Yeah.
We'll have a good
Okay.
grasp on what's going on there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll take us over to the Hobgar Cage.
Oh, there they are.
Here we are. So, you four kind of walk up during the day here. It's, again, remember, all of Madeline's Landing is basically covered in this thick electric fog during the day. At night, it's a lot less foggy, and there's still patrols, which is why you're typically easier to see if you were trying to get around at night.
Interesting.
Right. In this case, when you walk up and you see a sturdy metal pole that rises about 30 feet above the settlement. Its top is nearly obscured by fog. A wide metal cage with an angled opening no wider than a human fist sits on top of the pole. The wire mesh of the cage crackles with electricity, and a small control box rests right underneath a metal plate at the bottom of the cage. Several tiny, furry creatures leap about inside the cage, rattling the electrified mesh and hooting in distress.
No guards or anything?
There are no guards around.
Fuck yeah.
You
Easy
can
mode.
see the outline of the garrison from where you're standing.
Nice.
This is 15 feet away.
It's 15 feet away. Well, do we want to go fiddle with that panel? That sounds promising.
Yeah, basically you
is
want to
there-
like jam the open button and then run.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the idea.
Is there any visible way to get the cage down, or does it look like it's on hydraulics or something?
Well, if you remember, Jellik described it to you. The only way to raise and lower the cage is by use of something called a Hovertrike, which is a vehicle that they have in Madeline's Landing.
Oh,
That's
I do
right.
not remember that.
We need to go to the stables.
They can jump
Yeah.
30 feet.
I was gonna say, they're monkeys.
can fly.
They can climb. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
fly.
Can Hobgars climb? I think I would know this based on
Yeah,
that.
they can climb. They basically live
Okay.
in and out of the trees.
Okay. So yeah,
We
we
can
can just
just
open it up,
open
let
it.
'em go.
Okay?
Yeah.
So there's a way. Sorry, I missed it. There's a way to open it.
Yeah, there's a small control box right underneath a metal plate at the bottom of the cage. That cage is about
Part of
30 feet in the air.
cage. I see.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
thought it
where
was at the
is.
base. Yeah, okay.
Lisk, can you climb?
I mean, I can
Luna
fly
can
up
fly.
there.
Okay. By all means. You good with
We'll,
computers?
We'll watch out.
You're saying the control box isn't at ground level?
It's not ground level. It's
Okay.
it's at the cage. Because normally how it works,
Yeah.
again, as Jellik described, they lower the cage, and then if they want to get people or things in and out of it, they open the cage, shove things in, and then raise the cage back up. It's
It'd actually
basically
take them longer to deal with this because they don't have the vehicle here yet. We didn't bring it
They-
over.
yeah. I mean, there's no vehicle
point.
here. Correct.
All right, I will fly up there slower than
Okay.
normal because I'm wearing this horrible armor.
Okay.
Do I see a voice box?
Make me a perception check.
Oh boy.
This is it. You'll roll good this time. You didn't.
Please.
Natural
Sure.
5 on the perception for an 11. You don't see anything. You see about a
All right.
dozen Hobgars jumping around in the cage.
Wow. All right. Can I work the controls?
Are you
They're pretty
flying
obvious.
towards the cage?
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay. So how are you getting there? Are you going straight up and going over? Are you flying up from underneath?
I will.
speak to me about your approach to the cage.
What is the approach? So I'm not going to be able to do stealth in my current situation.
Nope.
So I will
Wearing
just
some
walk
pretty hefty armor. Okay.
this way.
And then you're just going to fly straight up?
And then I'll fly straight up.
Okay. So you start flying. When you get 15 feet in the air, the Hobgars notice you, and one of them immediately takes a shot at you with their electricity ray.
I forgot about the stupid electricity rays.
So he's gonna try and hit you.
It's gonna be an issue, guys.
So 15 on the die for an 18 against EAC.
Sure.
That's a hit. Let me roll some
Get me out of
damage.
this armor.
Yeah.
That is a 1 damage electricity.
Okay. All right. Bing bong.
Right through the pain.
You keep flying.
There's 12 of these guys.
There's 12 of them.
What do I have? Shoot. I pull out my extra battery.
Okay.
And I chuck it up into the cage.
Okay. You throw it into the cage. The bars are very small.
Oh.
Because these are creatures are pretty small.
They
are. How big are they?
I pull it out.
They're tiny.
And I will pull it out and sort of wave it at them. Can I tell if they're intrigued by this?
Yeah, it looks like at least 2 of them, maybe 3 of them can see you at the moment, and their eyes begin to go really wide, and you see the hair on their backs begin to stand up, and electricity is kind of like charging between the hairs.
Is this good or bad?
Who knows? What do you do?
Can I figure out if they're about to hurt me or if they want this thing?
You can absolutely sense motive.
Okay.
Roll me a check. Big checks.
Let's go. Okay, please, dice gods or whoever's in charge of this, please. Why?
Oh, okay.
I mean, I got my 19. Okay.
A 19. You would know that they are interested in both you and the thing you're holding because you're holding it. It's a piece of electronic equipment.
Can I toss it onto the top of the cage?
You can. It's going to take a dexterity check to see if you can land it up there, because it's about 20 feet above you, and it's only a 10-foot by 10-foot platform.
Easy shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see it.
Please. Why?
Wow.
How many 6s are you gonna
You
roll?
roll a lot of 6s today, buddy.
Every single roll is gonna be a 6.
That's 2 6s in a row.
I turned on the roll
Disgusting.
only 6 on D20s for Abe's character.
That's
No, the one before that
Five.
was 5.
frustrating.
Then it was a 6.
You throw the battery up.
It's less than or equal to 6.
You see it go past the cage. You see all the Hobgars watch it, and then you see it fall straight back down and it hits the ground.
Alright, I will go retrieve it.
Okay, you fly back down.
Okay. Time. I want to
You doing good, buddy?
I will hint to Lisk to throw it up there. How about that?
Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna throw it. Is that a strength thing or is that a dex thing?
He said Dex.
Oh, I could do that.
I mean, I guess I don't know getting it that far.
Yeah, now, let's see. Now you're about 35 feet from it. So you're probably outside of your first range increment for a thrown item.
It's okay. I'm proficient with thrown items, probably.
Yeah, sure.
Did you toss this on the top of the cage?
Also, since it's 35 feet away, if you remember, the fog is so thick that at 30 feet, you almost can't see anything. So where you're throwing from right now, you're kind of guessing where the platform is. You can land it, but it's not going to be easy.
Just jump a little bit first, then you'll see it.
Hey, Cope, let me
here.
Cope, let me get on your shoulders.
I will literally let him get on my shoulders. Oh, yeah.
Whoops.
Okay, he climbs on your shoulders,
Wait, no.
and you are encumbered.
No, that makes sense. So how do I roll this?
Just click on dexterity.
Yeah, you can just click on the ability
Oh, nice. Okay.
or the attribute. I mean,
I'm just gonna roll it, and then I'm not gonna add any modifiers or anything, and you just tell me. Wow, not good. That's a natural 5. 9
natural
total.
5 for 9. You throw the battery up. You see it pass the Hobgars, and it falls right back down and hits the ground.
Okay. One more time. This time, I want to try to fly up there right when he throws it,
Okay.
and sort of like give it some hang time, and let me fly up there real quick and try it.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll take another
And
dexterity
then if
check.
it lands up there, great. If it doesn't, we'll deal with it.
Hey, it's
Natural
worked.
4 for an 8
Wait.
total.
You're standing too close to me is the problem.
Abe, what is your fly speed?
So it's 30.
Okay, it's
but
30
I'm wearing
feet.
this weird armor, so I don't know if that affects
Probably slows
anything.
you by a little bit. We'll say it's probably 25. Okay, so here's what happens. As Lisk throws the battery straight up, it does the same exact thing. You guys throw it past the Hobgars. You immediately start flying up. You do see the Hobgars are still watching the battery because that's what they want. So you're able to get up underneath the cage, 25 feet elevation right underneath it. And from the angle you're at, it doesn't look like any of the Hobgars can shoot you because you're directly underneath them. And there's a metal platform between you and them.
All right, so I'll give Lisk a thumbs up.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
I'll get him off my shoulders.
So you are there. You see that there is a computer, and I'm going to need you to make me a computers check.
Oh, it's a good thing I put a point in that. I mean, I can't roll over the 6, so...
Woo! Natural
Hey,
20!
20.
Man, good
Okay.
thing the DC on this
I'm
was
back.
10. So
That
you
6 would have
succeed.
worked.
You're able to get into the computer.
I'm gonna go grab the battery on the ground.
Okay, you grab the battery on
Great.
the ground. When you get into the computer, you notice two things. You notice there are two options. You can either immediately open the gate, or you can set it on a 1-minute timer to open it.
Oh, perfect.
Handy.
Incredible.
Convenient. What? Why is that built in?
It's built in
There's a
so
1-minute
that
timer on this thing.
it's built in so that if they need to release some Hobgars, they can do it from a distance. Because what they
Sure,
do
they don't
is
wanna
they put
be
them in the
there either.
cage because they catch them in Madeline's Landing. They take them out into the jungle, usually up north by the BTEP sites, and they release them. And they don't want to be right there when they release them, so they
Actually,
set a
yeah.
timer
This
and they
makes
run
sense.
away.
Does make a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
In case you want to
All right,
create a distraction or something.
Yeah.
All right, I'll say yeah, I'll just relay that to them. Do you want me to start it now, or we good to go?
We're good, right?
Yeah.
Nobody has
Yeah.
anything else they want to do before we start this big raid?
Let's go.
Do it.
All right, I'll push the button.
Okay. You push the button. You did it right then? Or you did the minute?
Minute.
I did
Did
a minute.
Okay. You have a minute timer. Where are you
Delayed.
going?
We're gonna go around to the back.
Yeah, let's get on. If we can get on like the far side of the. Man, I can't. The garrison. Right.
You
so that
can-
way
you
we
can-
can see them come out, ideally, and then we can slip in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from the back door.
Yeah.
You said there was one door that was used less, right?
Yeah, there's
If I
one
remember
door
right.
that's used less towards the back of the garrison.
Yeah.
When you say back,
Sorry, to
Is that
the
like
east,
left
or
to the
right?
East end.
Oh,
Okay.
Did you take a screenshot of the map? Do you want me to show it to you
Yes.
again?
Yeah.
Okay, you
No,
did.
I've got it.
All right.
The right
the
side.
right,
the right
one
side,
is
yeah.
the less
Yeah.
used
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go to that side.
Yeah.
Okay. You go to that side. You get probably about. I don't know that you actually get all the way around the edge before the door opens to the Hobgar Cage. Immediately, Hobgars begin pouring out. There's a dozen of them, like I said before, and they immediately run straight towards the closest building they can see. So they basically are running like straight your direction because
Well.
the garrison is right there. Yeah.
Should we throw the battery again?
Oh my god. Dude, if we can throw a battery, if we can get these guys in the garrison, that'd be pretty fun.
I was planning on saying I gave the battery back to you as we went back towards the garrison.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can do what you want.
So they're running directly at us.
If we can literally open up this door and just toss the battery in, we can just go to the other side.
Yeah, do we want to just go to the door?
Kinda. I think that's a pretty good play if it works.
As you guys are debating, the Hobgars are running around. They run up to the garrison. They're like climbing on top of the building. Several start running towards you because they see you. And from your distance, you're probably about 20 feet from the back of the garrison. You see a small slot open on the garrison door and a rifle poke out. And it shoots one of the Hobgars. The moment it shoots the Hobgar, that Hobgar runs away. It looks like it got hit pretty hard.
Well,
they are still running towards the garrison, and now several are running towards you.
Let's go in.
And now you guys are gonna get into a little combat with some Hobgars because they're right up on you already. So, I'm gonna move.
The slot opened in the unused door.
Yes. Yeah, small, almost like what you would think of as like a mail slot, except vertical. And I'm gonna put you guys in the corner because this is probably where you would have ended up at, somewhere over here. You can arrange yourselves however you would want, but from where you're at, you're probably about 15 feet from the back of the door. Again, a lot of the Hobgars are running around, and at this point, you see several of them running straight for you. Let me change the elevation on these boys. Where is my elevation?
We had a full minute to get away from the cage as far as we got.
I mean, you sat there and debated for a minute. Elevation. I don't know where that one's at.
I don't think we would have set the timer and then stopped cold and talked. I would have imagined we would have at least moved away.
The garrison's not that far away. So, again, you're like 15, 20 feet from the back of the garrison here. You're gonna run. Are you running further? You guys said you were going to the side of the garrison, right?
Yeah, just to the side to see if anyone came out to deal with this. That was my assumption.
Okay.
Yeah.
All you saw, I mean, you can keep moving.
But then we saw a slot open in the door and shoot something, which disappointed me greatly.
Yeah.
These Hobgars are all on the ground now. You're probably far enough if you were all the way around the east side of the building, looking at it straight. Like if you were looking to the west. Let me pull up the map again. We can look at it here real quick. But if you guys were activate. If you guys were the Hobgars were here. You guys had come on the Hobgars right in the center, and then you had run right somewhere like over here. I'm assuming.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, in the meantime, the Hobgars are making their way towards the garrison. Both sides, up over the top, all around it. They're just like on the garrison at this point. And you are here. If you stay, they will see you. If you want to back away further, you can probably get away from them before you have to deal with them.
I think so. What I would do is if I saw them coming close enough to us, I would probably chuck her again, like the garrison, or like see if I could get their engine with it and do the distraction thing again.
Okay.
So that we could back up because I don't engage this, do we?
No.
Not really, no.
That completely defeats the purpose.
We just want to hang out
and
and see if anybody comes out.
Yeah.
Okay. So you chuck the battery, you back away.
Yeah. I'll just remove it from my inventory.
Okay. I'll take us back.
That thing's gone.
I'll take us back to here. At this point, you guys are kind of a little ways away. Let's say you move back. You need to get back a little ways so you can be like almost out of sight of the Hobgars. You see them just running on the building. You again see a couple times where guns point out of what looks like almost portholes, and it shoots at some of the Hobgars. And as they get shot, it looks like they take a significant amount of damage and they run away
Mm.
until it's basically clear. If you wait around for about 10, 15 minutes, the Hobgars have kind of run all over the garrison, and now they're leaving, sort of running out to different locations within Madeline's Landing.
All right. Well,
about this time, Caleb, I believe Twick is still wearing the motion detection badge, right?
Yep.
Okay. You still have the pings for you guys, all in yellow. You also see what appears to be 4 pings of red, then a 5th ping of red.
Mm. From Garrison
can't tell where
side?
from, right?
You don't know, because all it is it's a blinking light, so you don't know where it's coming from. It's a 60-foot motion detection range.
Sure, but it doesn't even give us, like, north of us, south of us, east,
Nope.
west. No,
Nope.
this
It
thing
just
sucks.
flashes.
Wow, what
It's
a
pretty-
terrible thing we
It's
have.
pretty bad.
Should we back to the stable? Is there anything there helpful?
I don't think so. Some notes about whether or not this is a cool place to put a resort. I imagine it's
Yeah.
just a piece of paper that says no.
So the badge when we were closer to the garrison, was it pinging? Does it work through?
It was, but you guys knew that there were creatures there, so you were pinging, like, it was just pinging
like
a
the
whole bunch
Hobgar
of red
stuff.
dots. Like, it's not,
Yeah, okay.
I don't even know that it was countable at that point. I mean, you had at
Yeah.
least, 12 Hobgars, plus a whole bunch of other pings. You're not certain exactly how many.
Okay.
I mean, do we
Do you want to
go?
try to hide?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe-
Yeah, I think we.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I think we hide and see if people are gonna come out of the garrison to now go deal with that.
Exactly what I'm
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Where would you like to hide at?
Just, around this little...
Yeah, actually,
Backside
that's
of
like
this?
perfect.
Okay. You hide behind that little house. You do see some people come towards the garrison. They look like you're quite a ways away now. Remember, 30 feet, fog.
Mhm.
You can make out that they're wearing something that appears to look like greenish, grayish armor.
Okay.
You see some go in the back door. They walk up to the door opens, they go in. You see some walk around the side of the building. You can't see from where you're at where they're going. You presume they're going to the other door, which is on the west side of the building.
So these are people going in?
Yes.
Great, we've made it worse.
Yeah.
Opposite of what we were intending to do. Great. Cool.
Well, go stable.
Whose idea was this?
I mean, we can just, like,
Hmm.
wait until night, then. Like, if this was all just a massive waste of time.
Yeah.
We
I'll
can
Yeah,
just
just
that's
abandon
true.
the stable. Just go check out the stable while nobody's around.
Okay, yeah.
That's
That
true.
works.
It did seem to pull guards from other places, so maybe there's nobody at the stable right now.
Yeah.
We're the shot. We're here.
We might be able to steal a motorcycle or something.
Okay. Is that where you want to go, stable?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take us to the stable. Activate.
I'm gonna take off my armor on the way.
Yeah.
Same.
Same.
So you arrive at the stable. Let me find this note here real quick. The stable. This open-sided structure looks like a rustic barn, complete with red paint and white trim. One side of the building has large open stalls and 2 bay doors used to pull the stored vehicles inside for maintenance. That's all you see. The door is shut currently.
Can we like peek around the side?
Yep,
Is the front open?
The front is closed. You can, but
Okay.
roll me a perception check, everybody.
Everybody. That's even worse.
You said it was open-sided, right?
You'll see when you sort of work your way around the building. It's a 13 for Luna, 26 for Twick. Sheesh.
Somebody can roll high numbers.
Ko, is that a big roll?
Oh.
Is that a 21?
So
Is that
proud.
20 plus?
His new skill in perception.
Dang. And then Lisk with a 17. All of you with that check would discern that there's probably not any activity going on in this building. You don't hear anything.
Right.
It seems like nobody really is here at the moment, nor it seems like nobody's been here in a while. And Trick and Co, as you work your way around the back of the building, you'll see a couple things. You see 2 big bay doors that have ramps that lead up into what appears like into the stable so that they could park things. You also see 2 like exterior parking segments. One thing to note, once you move your character underneath there, you can see the entire inside because there's no way to prevent that.
Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah, there's just limitations of Foundry. So, you're in that space. You can see the outside. You can't currently see what's on the inside of the building, but you can see that there's 2 doors at the back with 2 ramps that lead up.
Can I check the door?
Yep. Yep, perception check. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Your rolls are so high. An 8. Natural 2. Yeah, you don't think there's any traps.
Sweet.
You open the door. You go in.
Open the door and walk in.
you
There's
don't-
traps, so
You don't hit anything. No traps. You see,
Wow,
it seems fine.
lucky.
So
incredible.
you enter the building, the inside of which is mostly used for storage. You see crates. You see storage containers. Mechanical parts are set up against the side walls. There are 2 tarped areas to protect the contents underneath. The floor is dirty.
Oh, we're
Piles of
pulling those
mud are
off.
scattered around the right side of the room, and the whole place smells of raw petroleum.
Is this a tesseract on top of this crate?
No, there's just they're storage containers.
Okay, that
Alright,
is
I'm looking
immensely
under-
disappointing.
Looking under tarp.
You look under the tarp. The moment you look under the
Oh,
tarp.
come on.
Oh, come on.
Don't say the moment.
The moment. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let me move my observer so I don't pull him into combat. The moment you look under the tarp.
Don't say combat.
I mean, I didn't say combat. I didn't say combat. I didn't say that.
Nice.
Ooh, it's time for some combat.
It's a 20. There's a 5 for me, which is a par.
Boom. That's how Lisk does initiative.
Very
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
And you will see, let me make these guys visible. You will see 3 very strange looking things that come out from underneath this. And Luna, you're standing right there. It smells so much like raw petroleum. It smells like almost this whole thing is like caked in it. And Lisk, I believe you are starting combat. Let me start this.
Wow, I roll a 20. You beat me?
What do they look like?
Out.
I mean, we tied.
Let me get
But
the
my
combat tracker
bonus
pulled up
is
on the
bigger.
observer.
I know.
There it is.
Get out of
Sure,
here.
these guys.
List.
I rolled an 18. I had to roll good.
Oh man.
I mean, we all know what's about to happen.
What, you're about to kill everything?
I mean, I'm only gonna trick attack. I mean, we'll see if I kill everything from as far away as I possibly can. So I'm going to. Well, first let me roll my stealth. So I'm gonna trick attack that first slug. I
Okay.
use the motion of the tarp to cover
This
my
one here?
movement. Yes. That one.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a natural 17. That's a 33 on my trick attack roll.
Okay, that succeeds.
Interesting. And then where did I just say? Right there.
I really
so I
thought a
went to here.
33 wasn't going to succeed.
I mean, look, I don't know how tough these
Turns
fucking
out
slugs
not
are.
CR13 monsters.
Luna's in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
They're apparently made of frickin' petroleum or whatever.
Yeah, don't shoot him with fire.
And then yeah, now
Or
I
maybe
gotta shoot
do.
them.
I bet fireworks.
Yeah, I don't know if that means hit them with fire or don't hit them with fire.
All right. So
Natural 7, 13
don't hit
total.
me
They're
with
flat
fire.
footed.
13 total against a flat-footed KAC is a hit.
Yeah, you're
Roll
damn
some
right
damage.
it is.
Kill it.
And it's got an extra 1d4 because of trick attack for a total
Nice.
of 6 damage.
Nice.
That's not bad.
Hey.
6 points of damage, and that was to the one in the front, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Applied some damage to him. Excellent. Okay. On to Twick. What are you doing?
All right, I pull out my needle rifle.
Okay.
And I'm shooting it too. Same one.
Okay, you shoot it. Take a shot.
Analogging.
That's a 22 to hit.
Look at all those
KAC.
singular +1s.
Yeah, I know.
What are all those from? One for
Like weapon
base
specialization
BAB, one
stuff?
for weapon focus, and one for injection expert. Okay, all right.
Yep. I got a good
Okay.
attack roll now because of this.
So 22 to hit. That is a hit. That is against KAC as well, right? Because it's an injection weapon.
Yep.
Okay, that's a hit. Roll some
All
damage.
right. 4 damage.
Nice.
4 points of damage. 4 points of damage. Okay.
And it has a
Excelente.
-1 to hit.
All right, -1 to hit. And on to the first creature. It is going to make a move here on this creature, this bird-looking thing that's messing with its...
It's a nice bird. Pretty bird.
So it's going to move up, and it's going to attempt to bite ya. Attempt to bite
sound
ya. Here we go,
nice.
on the bite roll. Here we go. Oh, yeah!
Hit.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It bites. That's a 22 against KAC.
It's
All right, rolling some damage. Here we go. That's 2 points of damage.
Take it.
Very low. Very, very low. Next one. His turn. He's going to do the same exact thing. He's also pretty upset about this.
Okay.
And he's going to roll up and attempt to bite as well. Let's make a good attack roll here. Big die roll, big die roll. 8 on the die. 14 total against KAC.
That is hit exactly.
Oh, excellent. All right, damage roll. Big rolls, big rolls.
That's
5
max
points of
damage.
Oof.
And now we are on to the third one. And all of you would notice that this one is like pulsing almost.
Oh no.
It's
That's
like
not good.
it's like, you know, it's like almost glowing, and it's like almost like a blowfish, like going in and out really quickly. He's gonna just slither as fast as he can to right over here. And he is going to explode.
Oh no.
Hey!
And I'm gonna
You got
need
evasion. You're
a
fine.
reflex save from Ko and Lisk.
Reflex.
Please. Of course I rolled a 3.
Oh. There
Okay.
it is.
The DC is actually very low. Both of you succeeded, so you will
Hey!
take half damage, and Lisk, you'll take
No
none.
damage.
None.
No
This is a
damage.
reflex.
how we do.
So I'm just gonna roll it like this because it doesn't actually have this ability in there. 4 points of damage. So you'll take 2.
Can I ask
And this
what
one
kind of damage that was? Like, what did it... explode
it
with?
exploded in like a fiery explosion. Just
Like a traditional
Um,
explosion?
like a
Interesting.
traditional
Traditional
explosion.
explosion.
Yeah, and when it did that, it kind of coated you a little bit with something. You're not really sure what it is, but it definitely got on your skin and on your armor that you're wearing. But it exploded, and it is a no more.
Oh,
Luna,
we got one.
we're on to you.
Good
Easy.
job.
Not super great. I do a guarded step here, and probably just inspiring boost myself because I'm having
Okay.
a bad day apparently.
Yeah, seriously.
Come on, Luna, you can do better than this. Get it together. So I'm gonna give myself 7 stamina and call it a turn.
When Luna does that, does she like pointing her wing at herself, like scolding herself? She like tuck her
Yeah.
face under her wing and scold herself that way. Like, how does it functionally work?
It's a good question. She's probably berating herself a lot more than like, 'cause she's pretty hard on herself for particularly bad performances, and so just gone out and played and like messed up a set list or something.
Yeah.
And just comes back into the green room in just a horrible mood and looking for something to distract herself. But here it's a little bit harder, so she's giving herself the scolding. Too.
Okay. On to you, Ko. What are you doing?
I'm coming right over here.
Cool.
And do I want to swing at this guy?
Do it. Low rolls. Here we go. Ooh.
That's good.
Not it.
18 on the die for a 23 total against KAC. That is a hit. Roll some damage, sir.
Okay. Damage on that guy.
Eight. That's so much damage.
It's pretty good.
Okay. So he's going to take some damage. 8 points of damage. And we're back to the top of the order. Round 2, Lisk. What are we doing?
I was really hoping that one would die, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well. I'm just gonna shoot it.
Okay.
I'll trick attack it. I feel like I don't really need to do anything too sneaky, because, he just got stabbed really hard.
You're shooting the same one?
It's still alive, right?
Yeah, it's still alive.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Okay, just making sure. I just need to know which one you're targeting.
Don't you double second guess me. Get out of here. I'm rolling stealth. It's an 11 on the die for a 27.
11 on the die for 27. That's weirdly enough, that's a success of the trick attack.
Yeah, that's what I frickin' thought. Here comes the attack roll. It's against flat-footed. It's a 15 total.
15 against flat-footed KAC is a hit. Roll damage.
God damn right. Plus 1d4. Here it comes. That's max damage. That's 10 damage.
Jeez.
Gotta show Ko how it's done.
Nice. And as you shoot that one, the bullet pierces through it. The body of it just begins pulsing, and it explodes. And I'm gonna need a reflex save, Ko.
Wow. Coming up with the big saves.
Big saves.
Yeah.
18 on the reflex, so you'll take half damage from this. 1d6 fire. Oh, wait, were you standing near the first one? Oh, you were.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to take a little bit extra damage this time.
Oh no.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. 8 points of fire damage. You're again coated by something.
Half, though, yeah.
Yeah, you take half damage. 4 points.
Something like
Sorry, 4 points of damage. And Twick, we're on to you. That guy
right.
is now dead, by the way. When he
nice.
exploded, he blew up.
Does
Alright,
happen when
move-
people blow up.
Yep.
I want to move action scan this guy.
Okay.
So
You
that's
scan
a
him?
30.
Jiminy
on my
Christmas,
scan.
dude. Gosh. Okay.
Uh,
So you would know this is what is called a diatha.
mhm.
It is a creature that's commonly found hiding in transported goods. They're like slug-like almost. They burrow. They have holes where they like make little homes out of. Let me pull up his thing here real quick. What do you want to know about him? I guess you can know everything. You have a 30. Sheesh. Hit points 13, EAC, KAC 10, 12.
Really what I care about.
Ability-wise, it has 2 offensive abilities. One is Detonate. The other is Explosive Charge. Both basically do the same thing. One is just when they die, they detonate. Explosive Charge, you know that when they're very low on hit points, they can actually move double speed and make a bite attack and then trigger an explosion.
All right.
Oh, you missed the bite attack.
I did miss the bite attack. You got lucky.
Vulnerabilities.
Vulnerabilities, nothing that you would know of. You know it's immune to disease, it's immune to poison. You do know that they come either in groups, or they're either by themselves, they're in pairs, or they're in groups of 3 to 10. So literally there could be a ton of these. You don't really know.
Okay.
They are commonly what is known as explosive slugs. They store, rather than fat deposits, they store raw petroleum inside of their bodies. And then when they explode, they blow that petroleum out of their bodies and it lands on people and it causes extra damage.
Okay. Well, I got nothing useful to do, so I'll just shoot it.
Shoot it!
I guess I'll go ahead and use one of my biohacks. One of my good ones. So, that is a 20 to hit, KAC.
20 against KAC, that is a hit. Roll some damage.
Damage is 2.
2 points of damage. Look out, big damage rolls from Twick.
And he gets a -2 to AC.
-2 to AC. All right, got it. Let's see. Dead. Ooh, still alive. On to this other Diatha. Chomp time. He sees a good opportunity here to position himself, so he's going to move, take a guarded step. Kind of weird for an explosive slug to take a guarded step. But he's going to take a guarded step. And this to point, he's going to take a bite out of Ko. Let's roll some damage.
No.
Ooh, 18 on the die for a 24 against KAC. I'm going to assume that's a hit.
I mean,
Alex.
yeah.
Excellent. That is 3 points of damage. And we are on to Luna.
Alright. I will guarded step this way.
Ooh.
Ha!
Nice.
Got him.
Get him.
And use my rifle, I suppose.
Do it.
The guarded step is a move action, yeah.
It is your move action, yes.
But I can pull out a weapon as part of that now because I have a base attack bonus. Yay!
Nice.
Okay. Where's my thing? There it is. Rolling.
Son of a mockingjay.
Well, it's 12.
How good? How good? That is a 12 against... What are you shooting again? Are you shooting the Imperial Pacification Rifle?
That's the pacification, yes.
Okay, so that is KAC. And he's got a -1 against KAC right now, or -2, Caleb. -2. That is a hit. Roll damage.
Sweet. Rolling damage. 5.
5 points of damage. Excellent. Nice job. On to Ko. What are you doing?
Yeah. I'm gonna hit it.
Okay, you hit it. Or you may hit it. I don't know. 6. So 11 total
11.
against... It's KAC -2, which is still a hit. Roll damage.
Okay.
7 points of damage. Very nice. And when you hit it, it slices through one side of it. Your solar weapon just cuts it clean. And you see the remainder of the body just... And it explodes. And I'm going to need you to make a reflex save. Okay,
Nice.
12. So you saved again, so you'll take half damage. Man, max damage again. 8 points. So you get 4 points of fire damage.
So weird. They keep on rolling max damage. So weird.
I promise you I have nothing on it that's doing that. Promise. And with that, we are out of combat.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. Is the smell in here? Does it still smell like? I mean, I guess there's just petroleum everywhere now.
Yeah, there's petroleum like all over the room. Just coated.
Is the tarp? Let me see what was under the tarp now.
Yeah, you can actually lift up the tarp. You do find quite a few storage containers. There's some chests that are currently closed. You can open those. You want to. You don't even need to roll a perception check for this because they're just there. So you can open the chests, and inside you will find several slots where currently inserted are what appear to be data cores. They're just sitting inside of like a foam chest currently. So you see those. You also see something that looks like a data pad, maybe even like a personal computer, like something that's pretty functional that you think might have comms logs on it. You're uncertain though. You can do a computer's check if you'd like to see anything else about it.
I mean, sure.
Okay, roll me computers check. Okay. 16 total. Yeah, when you open it, you're able to get past like the front end, and it does say comms officer login information.
Okay.
So you do know that as the comms unit data pad, which will provide some amount of comms logs for you to use. And you're pretty sure that's what you were looking for.
But we can't access it necessarily.
You can attempt to hack it if you would like,
Okay.
or you can take it back. It's up to you.
No, I want to do that.
Okay.
Lisk wants to do it.
What else would you like to do in this room?
I also want to look underneath their tarp.
Okay.
Yeah, how's the other tarp looking? Is it looking exploding?
I mean,
Do you want to?
it's coated in petroleum. The whole room, basically, on this end, until about, I don't know, let's say like halfway through, is coated in petroleum.
Yeah, this place is
We'll go over
gross
here.
now.
You want to wait about 10 minutes before you lift up that tarp?
I would like to rest at some point.
Okay. You guys just want to wait 10 minutes?
I can take a look at that data pad while you're resting.
Sure. Like, in terms of looking at these other gates and things, is there anything over here?
No, it's mostly just storage containers. They do have some.
Like in the other building?
Yeah, it's like supplies for building out the colony. It's not necessarily anything spectacular.
Let's do a short
rest?
Or rest.
Okay, short rest. Do it. You guys chill for approximately 10 minutes.
But that's also good because now I can inspiring boost people again. What a skill.
What a
How does
skill.
it work?
It's good.
Is it just once per rest?
It's like, yeah, it's like after, it's like, you can only do it once per person.
Yeah.
Until you go a short rest.
The person has to have taken a 10-minute rest before you can do it to them again.
Gotcha.
Okay.
We're trying to look at the data pad.
Yeah, I can try to hack it while you guys are resting.
Okay.
While we're
Roll
sitting
me
around
a
doing nothing.
computers check. It's
Yeah.
fairly steep, but you can probably get it.
Is Lisk resting, or she want to help out?
Rest. Sorry, I just realized I've been muted. I don't need to rest, so I can aid another on it.
Sweet.
All right, rolled 8 another.
All right, you said computers, right?
Yep.
Great. Man,
Oh,
should have
yeah.
just rolled for it.
Definitely aid.
Oh well.
All right.
All right, so you get a +2 on this check. Twit.
All right, I'll add that in there. Yep,
Of
just
course.
roll for it.
Nice.
Yeah, you can't really get past the front end on that.
Hmm.
You do feel like it's pretty difficult security to get through. After all,
Yeah.
this is Abdar Corp's primary point of data transfer between Absalom Station and Madeline's Landing.
Can we try again later? Like, what are the rules on?
Yeah,
Only
good question.
Twick has tried. So technically, you could try.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Can I aid back?
Probably not, because you didn't do a great job of hacking through it the first time. I don't know the
right.
rules for that, but I would
that's
say
fair. Tell you
probably
what.
not.
I'm going to use a biohack
Oh.
to give Lisk a +2 enhancement bonus to skill checks.
Wow.
Well, that'll work.
He just stabs you with a needle. Hey.
Yep. Wait. Try this.
You said +2, right?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Yeah.
There
It's
you
the
go.
same thing
Same
I rolled
thing.
before. Ultimately, a 26 total.
26 total. You are able to hack into the comms logs. You notice several things right off the bat. You notice that there's a lot of communications back and forth between Madeline's Landing and Abdar Corp on Absalom Station. Most of it is, it's financial information logs about their ventures out in Greater Necondus, outside of Madeline's Landing. There's some information about the BTEP sites, how successfully they're going. There's also some info on the ship that was supposed to be arriving at Madeline's Landing to deliver supplies soon, because the city was running, or the colony was running low on a lot of things, like medkits, for instance, and foodstuffs, and several things that it was running shy on. You would also notice right towards the end of the logs, there's some information that says that a ship arrived in outer space, and they were trying or attempting to send things to Abdar Corp before they were jammed. They were able to get a slight scan off on the ship, a very short scan. Their sensors aren't super great from the planet, but they were able to see a little bit. So what would you like to know about the ship?
I guess, like, what type of ship it is?
Yep, okay. You would know it is... Hold on, where's it at? Where's that? Where's that? Where's it at? It's right here somewhere. There it is. Okay. You know it is a medium explorer ship.
Explorer?
Explorer. Is an explorer class ship. It looked like it was fairly slow based on sensors. It didn't look incredibly fast. But it looked like it was pretty stocked with weaponry.
Oh, jeez.
They were able to fire orbital cannons down to destroy the comms module on Madeline's Landing.
Gotcha.
So it looks like a rather large ship. You would assume, based on the size of the ship, that it probably holds or houses a crew of anywhere between 4 and 10. You're not quite sure exactly how many.
Okay.
But there's also room for expansion base for things like cargo holds and personnel transport. So if they wanted to drop troops off.
Yeah. Does it at all match the description of that ship we saw when we first arrived?
You can actually see in the scan kind of a fuzzy image. And what you make out in the image is that the ship is green in color, not silver like the ship you saw.
Okay. Okay. Good to know, I guess. 2 ships to be afraid of them.
Yeah.
Does the ship have a name?
You wouldn't know that. It wasn't. It didn't have a transponder.
Okay.
Everything was shut off, and immediately upon getting there, it looks like they were able to do a short scan, and they were immediately blasted with that static to prevent them from communicating anything, and then the tower was shot, or the module was shot to prevent them from sending anything back to Abdar Corp.
Okay.
You also see in there the exact comms log that was sent out by Sedona 17 to Abdar Corp, which you were sent from the Bastion, detailing that you should come to Madeline's Landing, find out what's going on.
Cool. Okay. All right.
One other thing that the scan would probably tell you is that you think this ship has somewhere between... You can't really tell because it's fuzzy, and the information you got back, it's not necessarily corrupted, but it's not complete. So what you're currently seeing is 3 weapons, but it looks like there could be more on this ship.
Okay.
So it looks armed to the teeth.
Yeah.
All right. I want to peek under the other thing, but...
Okay.
I mean, the slugs aren't too dangerous.
You can make
right?
a perception check if you'd like.
Can I tell if there's any movement?
I mean,
oh boy.
You can make a perception check. Yeah.
Yeah,
19. 25 total. You don't think there's anything else, any of those slugs anywhere else in here. You think you might have got them.
There's definitely no other slugs.
What you think is the containers you saw? These slugs are like known for traversing in starships. They're like a pest. They infect areas because what'll happen is people are shipping containers from point A to point B, and the bugs get inside of the containers, and then they go somewhere else and they infest that area. And so starships try to clean them out before they're transporting goods, but not all people get them out before they deliver whatever goods they have. And in this case, they were with that pile, you think. When you pull up the other tarp, what you see is what appears to be a Hovertrike.
Yes. That's what I
It
wanted.
is a large land vehicle. It's about 5 feet wide, 10 feet long, and approximately 3 feet high. It can go 22 miles per hour, hovering above the ground, obviously.
Do I know about hovertrikes?
Do you have...
I'm a hovertrike nerd. I just decided.
Wait, actually, you could roll a
plus a
piloting
D6.
check on that, actually. Do
Well,
you have any piloting? Who has piloting? You can roll a piloting check and get
I have
information on this.
piloting.
I also have piloting.
Okay, so Luna's uncertain with an 8.
Nate.
Piloting.
I also have like
Looks pretty sweet though.
Ace Pilot, which lets me do something with stuff like that.
Can you tell me what that ace pilot does? Lisk got a 14.
Ace Pilot.
Twick, are you rolling for this?
I don't have any ranks in piloting, so
Okay. Yeah.
You're obsessed with starships and vehicles and have committed to memory almost every related tidbit of knowledge you've ever come across. Reduce the DC of culture checks to recall knowledge about starships and vehicle models and parts, as well as famous hotshot pilots.
They
by
are
5.
calling it a culture check. Okay. Well, we'll let your culture check stand, Luna.
Hold on, let me add. How do I roll just in the thing?
You can just click one of the squares at the bottom. You
Oh,
should
there's
have
one
like a
of
box
buttons
of
on there.
squares.
Yeah. Roll, please.
Okay. So you had an 11,
13.
now you have a 13. Not quite enough. Ko, can you roll a culture check against it? And the other two of you, if you want to roll a culture check as well to know this, Ko's probably going to have the best chance, I would assume. So 12, and you lower the DC by what, 5?
5, yeah.
Okay. 13 for Twick. Lisk, do you want to make a culture check? 5. Actually, you already got it. It doesn't matter. Ko knows what this is. He would know quite a bit about this Hovertrike, actually. You would know... it actually has EAC and KAC. Its EAC is 13, its KAC is 15. It has 28 hit points. It has an attack called Collision, where you just literally drive into someone. It does 5d4 bludgeoning damage. There's a DC 11 reflex save to have that. It does have a -1 to piloting, so when you're driving it, it's kind of difficult. It has a -2 to attack, so you have to have a pretty good roll if you're going to try and do that. Also, if you're at full speed, which is 22 miles an hour or 200 feet land speed, you take a -4 to your attack to hit somebody. A lot harder to steer at high speeds. Also, you would know that this has a planetary comm unit on it. Not necessarily useful at the moment, but if you were outside of the blast of the static, you'd be able to communicate back to Madeline's Landing. And from what you can tell, it has a complicated starter, which is just because of its use. A complicated starter, what it is a due to being heavily used over the past several months, and because of Hobgar tampering, starting one of Madeline's Landing's hovertrikes is a complicated task, even with its ignition components restored. Starting a hovertrike requires a full action rather than a move action. This one currently appears to be missing its ignition components.
Oh.
So you don't have a way to start it up at the moment.
All right.
Aibretta probably has
We'll get
those.
this later. Oh, she does have engine parts, doesn't
Lots
she?
of engine parts.
Let's have engine parts.
Historically, yes.
Should have taken some after all.
Okay, what would you like to do?
All right. And the back doors just lead outside.
The back doors just lead out to the ramps where they were able to drive the
right.
hovertrikes up into the building. Normally it's for like
Gotcha.
servicing. If they want to fix the trike, they drive it into the building. Otherwise, they just park it under
And
the
there's only one of these.
There's only one currently. You presume that this holds
Okay.
probably like 6, but there's a lot of sites outside of Madeline's Landing that probably the hovertrikes are at currently. Also, the
And why is
Aslanti
it,
may have done
why is
some
it a
with some of
hover
them.
trike?
That I don't know. It's just I can show you what
Does
it
it have
looks
3
like.
hover things?
It looks like it looks very strange. Actually, it looks like this.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, it
I
can
guess
hold 3
just be-
people.
Yeah, it can hold 3 people.
That's okay. That's
very
why it's a
convenient
trike.
for our group size.
It is a hovery
okay. 2 of us are
snowmobile
half
that is
people.
a triangle.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
2 of you could probably sit in one seat, but one of you is a large person, so.
That's true. I mean,
She
not
can fly
larger
along
than,
behind.
I mean, yeah, you're not actually
Yeah,
large. You're still medium.
I'll sketch on my hover behind.
Yes.
Okay. What would you like to do? Like you have some supplies, you can head back to Madeline's Landing or back to Aibretta's junk shop.
I guess we can deliver. Well, I guess we can check the data cores and then deliver them to the cave folks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since
we didn't find anything that the resistance would need, did we?
This
is all building stuff you said?
Yeah, the things you have in your possession right now that may be useful. You have Ludvar Kresk's voice box. You have the data cores, and you have the comms logs, which...
Oh, I missed that. We got the voice box?
Yeah, I also missed that.
Oh, shoot. No, you don't have the voice box.
Oh,
that's right.
We got
you don't actually have it. You don't actually have it.
This is a roller coaster.
Yeah, you don't actually... You have the other two things. You do not have the voice box at the moment. My bad.
Everybody too low.
There's some rags or something. Can I clean all this petroleum off me?
You can absolutely clean the petroleum off you with, like, a rag or something. Like, you can use the tarp if you want to. It's not like it's stuck to you permanently. It's just there. It's just on you. I guess what I should have said, with your roll when you were back at the Hobgar Cage, you saw 12 Hobgars in the cage. You did not see anything else because they were all moving around. Now that cage is empty, so you could potentially go back and see if what you were looking for is there.
GM hinting.
Well, I already gave it. I already said that you had it, and I was.
No, it's fine.
We can check on the way back. I mean, we basically got to walk past there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, we're headed back to Aibretta's, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me take us back to the map.
Unless the Garrison looks any different, but I imagine it looks the same.
Yeah, so you will walk past the Garrison. You'll kind of take it a little bit stealthy through here. From a distance, like you get as close as you can from a distance, it basically looks exactly the same. You do see that there are some Hobgar bodies around. Not a lot of them, but a few. You also still see like what appears to be one Hobgar on the roof that's running around. It also looks like one time when you walked past the Garrison, there were some exterior floodlights. Those pointed out and kind of shone down like around 30 feet. Normally they're activated at night, but they're turned on currently. But a couple of them appear to be broken or misaligned. And it also appears that some of the equipment that was on the walls on the exterior of the building, so if they had some monitoring equipment or some sensors or things like that, some of those appear to be like detached. Like the Hobgars may have gotten close enough to pull some things off the wall. But in general, it looks fine.
Not a complete waste then.
Yeah, we got something out of it. Not what we were aiming for, but something.
And as you... Let's see. You guys, you're kind of walking past the Garrison. You go back to the Hobgar Cage. I'm going to need everybody to make me a perception check. That was an immediate dice roll. Who was that?
Luna.
Luna.
I was going to say, if this is a natural 20, then you have a get out of there. 27's good.
Yeah, 27's very good. Actually, probably the only one I would say makes it in this case. Twick, you would see not near the Hobgar Cage, but over near this central wall. There's a name for it. I don't remember what it's called.
Hobgar Cage wall.
Yeah, Hobgar Cage wall. That's exactly.
I knew it.
Wall thing.
It is called the Glimmer Rock.
Oh, what a good name.
Yeah, it's about 200 feet long and 30 feet tall. It's a ridge of crystal-studded rock. And on one of those... Alex, you're ridiculous. Stop measuring my map. You would notice, like, up next to one of the crystals, there appears to be, like, a little piece of equipment lying on the ground. And when you walk up to it, you do see that it is, in fact, Ludvar Kresk's voice box.
Oh.
Nice.
Or what
work,
you
everyone.
think is his
Look at
voice
this.
box.
Is it working?
It appears functional. It just appears
nice.
maybe a little bit damaged, like probably cosmetically, but it appears functional.
Nice.
Just so you know, Abe,
Having a
the
little
DC
achievement. Sorry, go ahead.
The DC to see that in the box was a 10. The DC to see it if it was dropped on the ground somewhere is 25.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
So significantly different there.
Yeah, I mean, my initial roll, like a 3.
Yeah, it was a very,
Something.
very low roll. Yeah, brutal. You also see while you're there, like I said, there was still one Hobgar kind of running around on the top of the garrison. And when the Hobgar comes down the side, I'm going to presume you guys are over by the Glimmer Rock now, right? Because you went to find this thing. So you're probably over here somewhere. You can see kind of towards the garrison, and the door is basically right here. So while you're standing there, you see the Hobgar come over the top and crawl down almost in front of the door and then scurry off. And as it passes in front of the door, the sensor looks like it goes off and the door opens and then shuts.
Okay.
Huh, so we don't... maybe we don't even need the
armor.
Yeah, that's great.
Well,
You're not
we
100%
don't-
positive that it was him because you can't see what's inside,
Sure.
but it did run past it at the same exact time that the door opened a little ways and then shut.
Do you want to... We don't want to go now, do we?
should we?
I wasn't planning on it.
We did rest for 10 minutes, so maybe it calmed down a little.
The risk they fix the door, right?
Right.
Sure.
That's probably hard.
I mean,
Twick, make me a perception check.
Oh, there's
no.
there's a bad one.
that's the worst die
12.
in the history.
You
die.
look down at your sensor, and it is rapidly beeping red. You don't you don't know what that means. Like, you don't know how many. You try to stare at it and count, but you just
Maybe
not
we should
staring
go-
hard enough. But you don't know that that's any different than any other time. All you're looking at is your sensor. You can't really tell. You know, based on where you're at, there's probably nobody in the comms module because it's exploded. But this house is occupied. This module is occupied. And you're right next to the garrison. Plus, you don't know where
we
the
didn't
Hobgars
see
are.
many people go into the garrison recently. Maybe that's not a good idea.
So here's my
Oh.
thought.
Wait, how long were we at the stable?
I mean, you were probably there for 25 minutes.
Okay,
not
I'll
long.
sleep.
Yeah, my thought is we give everyone the stuff that we kind of
Yeah.
promised them,
Huh.
and they either give us something helpful or we just get experience from it. And
Yeah.
then tonight we can sneak up and do our thing. Because I think night gives us some advantage.
Yeah,
Hopefully
and
they'll
the
be
lights are
sleeping.
broken.
Oh, whole lights
Like
are
maybe
broken.
they're sleeping. Yeah, they're gonna have lights, and apparently it's easier to see at night than during the day.
Right, but that also means there's
That's
more
bad for
patrols,
us,
right? Which means less people in the garrison. Right? Am I remembering that right?
Yeah.
You are correct in your memory. There are more patrols.
There are more patrols at night.
Right. Which on the one hand means
so
it's harder to get to the garrison, on the
we
other hand,
get
less people
Jellik.
in the garrison.
We get Jellik to stir up something, and we go to the garrison.
Yeah?
It's his big shot to impress Aibretta.
Yeah. I like that.
She's
I
gonna
like
be
that.
so enthralled. Bravery
Plus,
for doing
once
this
we
thing.
return these, 3 items, we'll have...
We get him to go steal the trike and go for the
That's-
joyride.
I mean, it's a
I
pretty
like
good
that.
plan.
I like that.
I mean, you don't understand how happy Aibretta is going to be about this, Jellik. She's going to be over the moon.
She was just saying how sexy it would be if you stole that trike.
Like,
didn't
she
even
goes
ask
on
her
and on
about
about biker dudes. She's really into it.
Okay, so you're going back to talk to Aibretta
Black
about this
leather,
plan
all
of
that
yours?
stuff. You can borrow my jacket if you want.
Strategy of yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we go talk to a voice box guy, and then we go talk to the Sheeran, and then
Voice
we
box
drum up this
guy.
strategy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go back.
Yeah, I
Aibretta's
couldn't remember
there.
his name.
She welcomes you in. Come on back in. Come on. Hurry up. Get in here. Seen some patrols moving by lately. I want to make sure they don't catch up with you. Y'all successful in what you're doing today? I think you were heading out to the Hobgars, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
We let them all out.
Excellent. You getting some water, Jake?
Yeah, we got 2 hydrates, boys.
Oh, 2 hydrates.
Yeah.
Hydrate.
I already drank a bunch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
For the hydrates. It's not
Yeah.
my fault you guys are late.
I can't pay attention to it.
The first
Yeah, no,
one's
I
at
got
the
you.
very beginning.
Yeah.
So she says, find anything interesting while you were out there? Also, I know that they told you something about the stable. I'm not sure if you went there either.
Yeah, we popped by there, and a few of us got covered in a bunch of oil, and we found a voice box. We found a bunch of stuff for those shearing.
Wait a second. You say you get covered in oil? They heal you all up? You guys putting on medicine without me?
No, I avoided it. It was it's all good.
I told him to call you.
I
Well, I
can
mean-
assure you the petroleum was not pleasant.
I mean, I got oil right here. But
Oh, you got any ignition coils?
I found
uh,
completely unrelated to anything we found in the stable. I mean, ignition coils.
oh,
yeah,
you talking about the ignition components for that Hovertrike that's in there?
No, just in general,
No.
some ignition stuff. Thought it might be useful.
but we
Well-
want the same thing that's required to fix that.
Yeah, well, convenient. I didn't have nothing to do with that. But I do believe that Ludvar, I think he stole some of those ignition components so the Aslanti couldn't use the Hovertrike. Might have to ask him about that.
All right.
Well, we need to see him anyway, so perfect.
Oh, yeah, because you got his voice box. Hold on a second. Let me
Yeah,
go
yeah.
find them. So she's going to leave for probably about like 10, 15 minutes and bring them back to the edge of the forest where you can meet with literally everybody you've just talked to, with the exception of you're not going to talk to Quorsica because she's not, like, you don't have
She's
anything else
not.
to
She's
fulfill
not
with
coming
her.
out here with her 2
And she's-
broken legs.
Yeah, but you've already accomplished what you needed to
She
accomplish
didn't.
with her anyways.
She didn't want anything from us.
Yeah, she didn't
Yeah.
need anything from you specifically. You killed the guys that she wanted you to kill. Well, maybe.
We told her we did.
Potentially.
Right, exactly. So Aibretta will come back and say, hey, here they are. And Ludvar kind of waves and he writes some things on a pad and he says, did you find my voice box? And he holds it up towards you. Well, when he gets
Yeah,
his
just-
voice box and he
Here you
puts it
go.
up to it, like he attaches it to the side of his neck and then he holds the mechanism and he starts talking. He's like, thank you for bringing back my voice box. I do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hold
Hey,
on 1 second. I need to adjust the controls. He adjusts some things and he's like, oh, that's much better. All right.
I thought it was gonna be Stephen Hawking the whole time.
These voice
Thank
boxes,
you
they can
for
be finicky.
bringing back my voice box.
That was really good.
That was good.
These voice boxes, they can be finicky when they're not programmed right. I do appreciate you picking it up for me.
You're welcome. We heard you might have some ignition components for a trike.
Ah, yes. I actually have them, and I left them here in Aibretta's junk shop because it was the best place to store them. The Aslanti were coming around in my module, and I didn't want them finding it. I figured if I stored it in a pile of junk, no offense, Aibretta, that they would never find it. So, and he'll walk you over to one of the other modules and like lift up a little like almost like hood and pull out the ignition controls and hand them to you.
Oh, awesome! Thanks.
Sweet.
Yeah, just be careful with that thing. You ram into something too hard, you'll cause a lot of damage.
A word? A word?
That's the idea.
And then he'll say, he appreciates it and he leaves. And the 2 Sheeran are kind of standing very cautiously at the edge of the forest. They're not really stepping out, so you kind of walk towards them. And they just say, were you able to recover the data cores and comms module?
Yeah.
We got some right here.
Yep.
Okay, so they'll take them from you. And Chatterbug will look at the comms module and he'll say, excellent. I do appreciate you getting this back to me. I can provide some information about the ship if that would be helpful to you. It looks like we have a scan here from right before they, covered the area with static so that we couldn't get any communications back out.
Well, that would just be lovely.
Right.
Right, because you're communicating telepathically. Excellent. Well, let me dial this in a little bit, and I'll look at this scan. It does appear, yes, this is a what appears to be a medium explorer. We presume it probably has a I'm going to guess a complement of 6 based on the layout of the ship. I see 4 turrets mounted to it. Maybe not turrets. I do see 4 weapons. It does look like there is a turret, though. Also, just based on what I'm seeing here, it looks like a rather slow ship, and I do see some green tinting on the outside. Is there anything else you would need to know?
No?
Okay.
Yeah.
And Kashyrk will take the data cores, and he will say, thank you for providing these data cores. I really don't have much to offer you with regards to the resistance, but Focus Point Escapes I will make sure that the CEO hears this, and that you are provided with accommodations at one of our retreats at some point in the future after we leave this place.
Thank you.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Free vacation.
Yeah, I could use it on one of those after this place.
After this.
This information is very beneficial. My employers would be very upset if I did not provide them data on this planet, even though obviously after this incursion, it's probably unlikely we will put a luxury escape here, but maybe if the Aslanti leave, this could provide an opportunity for us to do so. Thank you so much for doing that.
Oh, they'll leave all right.
Oh, I do wish you luck in moving them away, getting them out of this colony.
Yes, the plan. Move them away.
Move them to an early
Move
grave.
them away to the cemetery right outside.
And they will take their leave and head back towards the cave.
Man, so no one in this resistance is really into, like, fighting, huh? Yeah. They're really more of, like, intellectual
Passive-aggressive
resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of like, they like to raise awareness about the resistance.
We really don't like
Yeah.
you being here.
Yeah.
So this is, if you remember, Madeline's Landing is it's a small colony. It is devout because they have Abdar Corp. Most of them are not weapons carriers. They are not soldiers. It is technologically average. A lot of them are scientists or agriculturalists or farmers, which is why most of the people you've been encountering have not been necessarily great at fighting things.
It was that one mob of people that killed that one dude that we almost killed.
Yeah, the makeshift clubs.
Can we call them? Like, are they around?
I mean, Aibretta
We
could
should have
bring
got their
them
numbers
back, yes.
before we
They
left.
did at least
Yeah.
something.
Should have been like, hey, you guys are on top of things.
Do you want to ask Aibretta that?
Nah,
Okay.
we don't need to get a bunch of extra people killed.
Yeah.
Aibretta will come back over now that you've talked to them, and she'll say, I think that's all the Resistance members I can introduce you to. I do feel like you've accomplished a lot here. Maybe I could gather some people and we could get this thing done, get it figured out. Maybe it's time to go to the Garrison, get these Aslanti off of Madeline's colony, the landing, get them out of this space and off this planet. I'll spit on a couple while I'm there.
Yeah, do you
Sure,
think we
whatever
could
does it
mobilize
for
a
you.
few of those members.
Tell you what, I can. We don't have a lot of weapons except for these few rifles you've given us, and pretty much nobody on this planet is proficient in long arms, but we do have a lot of clubs.
It's only a -4, okay?
I mean, we'll take some shots. I think probably we're going to end up outside the Garrison. I don't know that we have anybody brave enough to go in there with you, but if they come running out, we'll be ready to shoot or hit them. I got a wrench. Jellik's got my pistol somewhere.
There it is.
And any of the mob that you are gathering sign for this package.
The only person who can sign for that has to be Madeline himself because of the way the Abdar Corp's policies work. I could try to forge a signature, but boy, I ain't written nothing since third grade.
It's an insurance fiasco if that happens.
Yeah, you guys remember what happened last time I forged a signature.
That wasn't
Not
wasn't
great.
ideal.
I'm gonna have to write
Go
that
had to spend the night
down.
in prison.
I'm gonna have to write that down. That is now canon. All right. Okay. Okay. Where is that note section? So it's up to you guys. You can do this during the day. You can do it at night. But she clearly thinks you have weakened the Aslanti presence enough in order to be able to get in the garrison and maybe solve the problem at Madeline's Landing entirely.
When does Aibretta think we should approach the garrison?
Aibretta would say, well, I mean, I don't know that it really matters. Most of the patrols at this point made their way back to the garrison. I think they're probably sending out less. The ones we saw earlier were headed that direction, so it probably don't matter one way or the other if you go there at night or during the day. Some of their lights, I think somebody told me they were broken, so maybe you could get around it that way and sneak up a bit easier. Granted, if you're in the gear from the Aslanti soldiers, they may not notice anyways. And then she looks at Luna and she goes, well, I don't know about that. Maybe it'd be a little difficult to hide yourself.
Try again.
So I guess it's up to you how you want to approach it.
I'm very intrigued with the idea of exploding this trike. Do we want to? We could ram raid it, right?
Ram it, yeah.
Yeah, like ram it, explode the side of the garrison, and then like just go in.
Do we
petroleum
on this
to
trike?
need this vehicle for anything else?
You don't know?
Probably not.
You do not know.
It's not a bad idea.
Presumably it's to get the cage down if we don't have somebody that could fly up to it.
Metagaming.
I mean, there's a pole. You can climb it.
Sure. I think it's a good. I like it.
Yeah.
It does run into the issue of we'll probably end up fighting everyone in the garrison at the same time. Also, they have big turrets on top.
Instead of going room by room or something.
Yeah.
I
Once
imagine
you start
loud.
raising a stink in there, it's gonna be...
Right,
Yeah, I
we're still
think
gonna be
once we
loud,
start a
but-
fight, well, they have radios too.
Yeah.
We
Same
ram
Pathfinder
it
where
into
they
one
gotta yell.
side and go in the other door.
That's not a bad idea.
Are the guns only anti-air weapons on the garrison? The big gun emplacements?
You can roll me probably just a culture check.
What's the culture of these guns?
I don't know what it would be specifically. Like
Engineering.
maybe you know
would be
what?
my
Yeah, let's do
guess.
engineering's probably good. Roll me an engineering check.
I'm also gonna roll as the engineer.
16
Nice.
from Twick,
Oh, nice.
24 from Lisk. Lisk, you would know that while the guns could probably fire at the ground, the effort required would be pretty substantial.
Okay.
They don't have, based on the type of the gun it doesn't have an easy way to tilt down.
Sure.
It's meant for aerial protection.
That makes sense. Okay. So
Alright, then
gun
I
is a
love the
gun,
trike
but these are
plan.
definitely up. Yeah, no, I think it's very fun. We gotta make sure we don't hit it here, because that's about where the cells are. And if they're
Yeah.
dead, we can't get them to sign.
Yeah.
And this whole
True.
thing has been a waste of
Yeah.
time.
Like,
Where-
we need to run it into, like, where the storage room was.
Where are you
Yeah.
talking about again? Can you ping that again?
Or
yeah,
where the bunks are.
down
Okay.
here, I
Ooh.
think, was where the cells were. Yeah, bunks, I think, are
I think
up
we-
here.
Maybe we
Bunks,
slam it into
and
the
then we
bunks
go in
and
this
run in this door. Yeah.
It's not bad.
There was a question mark about right here. I don't know what that...
Presumably,
True.
that's just a room
I'm guessing it's the
that
bathroom.
she's not been in. Yeah, it could be
Could
the
be.
pisser.
I'll pull this back up again so we can see it.
Showers.
You guys can talk about it here real quick.
Yeah, shower
players.
bathroom, that's my guess.
Here again
Yeah.
is the map you guys were given by Quorsica.
So essentially, the plan then is hit this northwest corner where the bunks are, where their sleeping area is, and we run over to the east side and go in that way.
Well,
That
There's
leads
no
straight
good
to the
doors.
bunks. That's not great.
so I'm thinking we still go in this side and just go and avoid the bunk room.
Yeah, sure. Instead we go in through the west side and go straight to the mess hall. Or maybe going straight to bunks isn't bad. Pick off the stragglers. Although then it's not really a diversion.
Right, less diversion, more.
More
bombs.
just yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a good bomb, though.
True. Hey, Aibretta, you got any extra explosives we can rig this thing up with?
Explosives? What do you want? You want to blow up a track?
Yeah.
No?
Do we think this thing can punch through the wall of the garrison?
Let me see what the actual hardness is. It actually lists it. Hold on.
That is a good question, I guess. I'd been assuming yes.
Right. But if this is made, I mean, I almost guarantee you it would punch through one of these crates, but this garrison thing seems hardier.
Boy, no. I'm just gonna... I mean, your engineering check about the building is enough to tell you that the walls are pretty serious.
Yeah, they're like reinforced and everything.
It's starship grade material.
Okay, yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, so this plan...
Plan
Suddenly
sucks.
Best case
worse,
scenario
but-
is it would cause people to come outside.
Sure.
Yeah.
So then, okay, could we then, rather than using it to blow a hole in it, use it as like a distraction, like we...
Jellik.
Yeah.
Get Jellik to drive it around. He probably can't pilot though.
Could
I mean,
send
you
it
can
at
just...
the door, maybe? Which might
Sure.
automatically open due to motion.
The door's probably not big enough for it
The
to go
door is
through, though.
5 feet wide.
Yeah, but it'll hit inside and do stuff, you know?
Do stuff you know.
I mean, if I were to crash a car into a 5 foot wide door,
I mean, it's the that's the Return of the Jedi. You know, the Ewok gets on the speeder, flies off, and then the guys are like, "Hey!" and they chase after him, and then Han and everybody go to the control room.
Okay.
I just
what we do.
imagine
Except
a
our
small
Ewok is
explosion inside one of the entrances.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe we don't mess around with the trike, then maybe we do just do a classic raid. Because the only
Just
other thing I
infill.
can think of is basically just exploding it outside and hoping someone comes out to see what exploded.
Right.
And then when they come outside, we
Guaranteed.
ambush them.
Right.
It seems that their standard operating procedure is when something's happening to go inside and
Yeah.
shoot through the holes.
Yeah, to be
Yeah.
cowards and not help us.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah.
Going in under nighttime is probably
I think
better
that
than-
works.
Maybe some of them will be asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the plan, spell out the final plan for me so I know exactly what's happening.
Going
I
under
think-
cover of darkness.
Yeah.
Go to this door. Is that
The
our
unused
plan?
door.
The
yeah,
less
I like
used.
that
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
So that is the east side door. We go in and we murder them all.
Okay. So you guys will wait around until nighttime, and then you will make your way to the garrison. And I'm gonna take us there real quick.
Oh boy.
Oh boy is right.
Forgot to mention, we do also hit level 3 before we do that.
Okay. So you have
I'm outside.
arrived at the garrison. Yeah, put yourselves over there. I wasn't sure which side you were going to start on, so move yourselves over there. And then I'm going to make it a night time, because it is a night time.
I know, I can't see.
It should be getting pretty dark outside.
There it is.
Sun's getting real low.
Gosh.
Oh wait, so are those the lights that still
Dumb.
function?
Yes, that's what's currently.
Or the broken
Working.
ones on the other side?
There's broken ones all over the place.
Oh, okay.
I can't get my guy to... There we go. Yeah, so there are broken lights basically all over the place here.
Okay. I wanted to make sure we weren't
Um,
going in the one illuminated
The one
door.
place that was lit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it appears a lot of the outside lights are currently malfunctioning. So, you guys make your way up to the door, At which point, who's going first?
I volunteer
I
co.
mean, I guess, man, yeah.
Do
Okay.
we not
all
to
volunteer,
ruin
Kyle.
our momentum, but
Yeah. I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
okay, cool.
So you walk up to the door.
I
And
check for
the
traps.
moment
It's
you're walking towards the door, the moment you walk
I look for
even within
traps.
10 feet of the door,
From
the door
I do
opens.
a way trap check.
You do an away trap check. Roll me a perception check.
Wait.
You're 10 feet away. It's dark. The lights are malfunctioning, but you're checking for traps. All right, a 14. You don't think there's any traps?
So many traps.
The door opens because we motion activated it, right?
Yeah, the moment you step away, it closes. Then it opens again when you move closer. It is making noise when you're doing this.
Okay.
Do you
Is
step
it-
inside?
Does this plate in front of me look like it's a pressure plate?
You don't think the plate in front of you looks like a pressure plate based on the roll you just made.
You step forward. It's a pressure plate.
And you step inside. And you are now inside the garrison in an empty room with a door to the west and a door to the east.
Oh, sick.
And we're going to wait until next week to find out what's in
Oh
here.
boy.
Oh boy, boys.
We
Look
did it.
out.
I'm guessing bad guys.
I
No,
don't think
maybe
there's
there's
any-
good guys in here.
I really don't think
Yeah.
there's any bad guys in there.
There's
at all.
got to be at least one good guy. Someone's got to sign for this goddamn
I
delivery.
bet you Sedona 17
Yeah.
has already taken out every person in there.
Who has?
Yep.
Sedona 17?
Oh yeah, every single person.
Yeah.
She's an animal.
I'm sure
Absolute
Madeline
animal.
helped some.
Yeah,
a little bit.
absolutely. Totally. Man, looking forward to this next part, boys. It's gonna be a good romp through here. It'll be fun.
Mini boss is coming out.
We'll
Yeah.
have to see. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, still level 2. Sorry, Jake. You're not level 3
Damn
yet.
it. Man. It's got to be after we do this, though.
All
Gotta
those
be.
side quests.
Oh, for sure.
Boy, you're gonna be real disappointed when you get to the point at which you've made level 3.
Oh man.
Hmm.
Got that slow progression.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, generally speaking, I'll just tell you, like, from a meta standpoint, the APs we're playing through are 6 level APs.
Mm.
They're 3 books
Oh.
each.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that gives you an idea. And at some point, I may swap to milestoning anyways, because I've adjusted a few things here and there just based on.
Sure.
But
I mean, it's just whatever.
Yep.
We'll get level 3 sometime early book 2.
have to wait and see. It is a mystery. So, okay, well, thanks everybody who joined us for the technical podcast where we
Hey, we didn't solve
Had some
somehow
issues.
had no problems.
We did good all the time.
that we're aware of.
No
Wow.
problems.
I'll take it. I will absolutely take it.
I
Okay.
didn't really see any problems with cameras or anything.
Yeah, no, we did
Really?
good, guys.
Nice. Nice.
No more gray cameras?
That's what we want. That's what we
Not
want.
that I saw.
Nice.
Okay. See you next week. Discord and Signal. See ya.